shot.
Huh? Wait,
Hello! We're back. My name is Nenners. This is the Legacy campaign. Most of us are sober, allegedly, although you probably won't be able to tell in the next couple of hours. So I just want to put that out there. Some people are working on it. There you go. Myself included. So, just want to introduce my friendly neighborhood cast. I will start it off with a pixelated epilepsy-inducing cat.
Yep, there's a cat somewhere there, but that background is doing him no favors.
Yep.
Get out of here. I'm multitasking. Keep going. Shut up.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Kit, who's a member of Team Rocket and/or went to Rutgers. What's up?
Team Rocket Rutgers.
All right, thank you for that, Nanners. Hi, call me Kit. I am currently playing Quinn. He is the bootleg paladin. That's basically what he ended up being. He talks to dead people. We'll take it from there. All right.
What?
Don't forget to pass it on, Chief.
Okay, no.
Someone sold it.
Okay, Maya, please go for it.
Well, since you said please. Hello, I'm Maya. I play Euphemie. She is a druid who is also a changeling. Sometimes she changes because she is a changeling who is also a druid. That's twice the change if you weren't paying attention. So much change. Also spells, she can do those. And she generally cares about the party, but sometimes she gets so mad, she changes into a whole ass demon. So, hello. I look forward to having fun today. I will now pass it to Dubs.
Hello, I am the Dubs, father of the Nubs. I play Narasu, a Kenku, warrior, battle master, class, samurai character, and I am asleep at 10:30 p.m. Pass it off to the waifus.
That's 10:30 p.m. sharp, by the way.
Wait, is that WAIFOOZ?
It's waifus as spelled in English chat right now. Because we were joking about waifus one day. Like, yes, it's a waifu. And then we were like, waifus. And then he got real mad because he's like, why didn't I put that on your ring? God damn it.
There's still time, brother.
Don't worry, when I inevitably lose it, the next one could say waifus.
When I inevitably... No! Ooh, okay.
Listen. It's going to happen. He already lost his, all right? So I'm in the positive.
Hey,
I like the house.
No. You started...
I leave the house.
Right under the bus.
So
You leave the house. That's true.
Back to introduction.
She also forgot it the first fucking day. I know, because I had to go get it.
First day, correct. I had to call Ned and be like, pick up my ring for the photo shoot. I forgot it.
I was gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, but then he said it was for a photo shoot, and that's a little bad food.
The reason we were having this photo shoot was because of those rings. It was great. Hello, my name is Foos. Sometimes waifus. I'm the much louder companion to Dubs. Also, I play Revaya. She's a ranger barbarian, and she's mad all the time. And she was mad before she became a barbarian, and now she's a barbarian, and it just really works. So there's that.
It's madness enabled.
It's madness enabled, and I'm so glad to be here in the darkest campaign on this channel. So I'm gonna pass it off to Flandy next.
Hello, I am Flandy. I'd be wearing the orange. The orangier of the two oranges on the screen. I play this guy. His name is Rollum. He does crazy shit, like blood magic. He's a warlock.
This is the night of Dane Bramage. Oh my god.
I'm just emulating my fellow castmates and then a little bit of Saint 14. And that's what he does. Now off to the darkest DM of this channel. Nenners.
He's in the dark and get
the truth comes out,
listen.
my friends.
I'm running the pole and I'm rigging it.
By the way, in case if you guys like what you see here, there's a slightly more competent but definitely darker campaign tomorrow at Saturday, 8 p.m. Be there or be square. Anywho, we are.
You know why
back
you
in the
say
saddle.
be there, be square, Nenners?
Because squares are not people you want to hang out with.
Because if you're not there, you're not around.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. I'm gonna take a drink for that one. Give me a second.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that as well.
All right. So, nice. Jesus.
Hey,
I'm not packing that much heat, bro. I didn't realize it was like that. Okay, but cool.
Kid, please do not give yourself liver damage due to Flandy's hijinks.
The liquor store is still open. I can tell you. Anyway, here we go. We are talking about the recap, which is mercifully brief because my cast was largely horrified at what they saw. But long story short, they have arrived at Athos for the mission of acquiring weapons native to Athos to hurt a set of lieutenants, for no better term, in order to kill them for the big bad, essentially. So, I have no idea what that is. Thank you, Flandy. Anywho, they landed here, immediately ran into an archfey, and decided to kind of go along with the games that were presented to them. That involved killing a shade of a sorcerer queen, and then aiding an Avengeon in its birth, ascendance. I'm not really sure how to, maybe both. There's not a word in English that I can think of that matches what the heck was happening there, so we'll just use multiple words. But anywho, they survived through a good amount of throwing down, some solid fights, but they were able to complete both missions, and the reward for such was that the Archfey would teleport them to the city that they needed to get into, bypassing a lot of the natural dangers and saving them a ton of time in terms of traveling throughout the desert. So he dropped them off at what he considered was the front door, and said, remarked about the doorbell, which may or may not be a queen of some kind impaled to the back, who is opening the gateway for people. So there's that, and that's essentially, I guess, the majority of the situation there. People were kind of horrified, doing a bunch of perception checks and stuff, but it's essentially what you see on the map. I do believe Ravaya was able to see some of the spirits who are around, who are now on the map. So there's that, and I don't think I'm missing anything major. No. And there's written in really old dried blood, behold the betrayer. And
The betrayer.
I heard betrayer like player. The betrayer.
Betrayer. And then there's some like gang sign graffiti in the back. So, in her blood still. And yeah, that's we're good to go. That's what you're seeing. Still. And I'm going to leave you guys here to kind of figure out what you want to do. I do believe Euphemia was walking up to kind of see what the hell was going on, but she didn't want to get too close. So that's why she's leading the pack.
You forgot to mention that she talked to Quinn for a minute.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and Quinn almost lost his life. I forgot about that. Yeah, there's that.
Which is great, because a second ago you were like, I think I've hit all the major notes. Nothing else of importance happened.
I totally forgot about that.
Died.
Quinn almost died. They were given obsidian orbs also as artifacts as part of their reward. One of them was deemed too dangerous, and kind of in a way to explain, like, hey, I know there's 3. I'm only giving you 2. I'm not giving you the 3rd one because it's super dangerous, right? There was some discussion as to how dangerous it was. He made it overtly clear, as far as I'm concerned, that it was like, you're going to die bad, and Quinn decided to touch it. Thank whatever god he favors that he made that saving throw. Otherwise, it would have been boss fight number 2. But it worked out well. So yeah, you're still alive. And the imprisoned sorcerer queen, who is currently being used as a doorman of sorts, did reach out to Quinn in an attempt to persuade him to free her, with the promise of servitude and aid. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Some dark shit.
Possibly. So yeah, I'll leave you guys here. There is no turn order, so don't believe the rumors that were being spread about that.
Then it'd be mine, though.
I don't think I heard any rumors about it.
We definitely saw it was there. It was.
Maya will have Euphemia, the changeling, who is also a druid, who changes. I believe in the last episode, she stepped forward to try to investigate the pit of the bad. And then real wide, and then she stepped back, like, that's weird. I think my last role was real bad to investigate what the hell was happening, though. So
While you were doing that, that's when Roland was putting 2 and 2 together. That what it said above her, and then that was Albach Ray, and was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
Correct,
Glad
and you
that
do
you
have a
know.
D20 inspiration. Don't forget.
Oh, I remember.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Flandy's the real villain. Sometimes he lets that man slip, like now.
What?
He's been the real villain all along. Ravaya's still going to be kind of looking at some of the spirits on the side, just because she seems to be the only one to be able to see them. They're still just kind of watching inquisitively, right? Nothing.
Actually, give me another perception check.
Sure.
Get them, Foos. You show them the power of Matt.
I will show them the power.
Show them the power of
of
friendship.
my eyes. Oh, jeez.
Wow,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
that's some hard ass friendship.
Okay, so there is.
Hey, you want to be friends?
She's staring real hard, like she's making the ghost uncomfortable.
Just staring. To the Kevin
I
Hart.
always feel like
Yeah, they're like ducking behind pillars, and she's just.
Yeah. All right. So with that amazing perception check, it's a lot to take in at first because the ghosts themselves are kind of shifting in and out of this like ethereal state. Sometimes they're borderline transparent to the point where like you just see outlines. Other times the rest of them begin to fill in. You see what looks like on some of them armor. Kind of somewhat primitive, looks like mostly chitin based, in some cases wood armor. Some of it rent or like all of them have some level of damage on them. None of it is like pristine. Some are suffering like wounds that they're not like seeping or whatever, but you can tell like, okay, there's a break in the image where the rest of the arm should be or something to that effect. What's interesting to you is you definitely see iconography and style with the armor that is similar to what you're seeing here in this immediate vicinity. There's also elements of what looks like foreign soldiers, and among them, and like the more you're looking, the more you're seeing others like fading in and out of the background. To your guess, you'd say there's probably like 100+ spirits just beginning to kind of phase in and out of this particular area.
Jeez.
There's also some that are taller than usual. Quite a few giants and giant kin, as far as you can tell, kind of mixed in with the people. With a natural goddamn 20, you do see that there are some, and it's like it looks like a family, like a mother, father, and a few little ones, and they're all kind of hiding behind a pillar and like pointing at Roland and like conversing amongst themselves.
So can I hear them speaking, or can I only like see them and otherwise read lips and stuff to know that they're...
There's no sound, but if you know the giant tongue, you might be able to read their lips.
That's a hot negative, nerds. That's as much she knows. She's going to look towards the family specifically, and they look like giants as well.
Goddamn natural 20. They look like furbolgs, like really ancient desert-based furbolgs.
What the fuck?
And then it's just like,
Cool.
this for you.
Ravaya is going to, as non-threatening as possible, try and stride over to them. I don't know what side they're on, so I'm just gonna have.
I want to see if Mariah is non-threatening. Give me a performance check, please.
Centers, I'm so non-threatening. There's nothing on me that's threatening.
Are you angry times angry? No.
I'm bringing Zolan. Do I get advantage or disadvantage?
Oh
You 1,000% get disadvantage if you're bringing Zolan.
I'm trying not to be dangerous. Can I bring my 1,300-pound deadly animal? No. Just me. Here's a performance check for you. Oh my god, that's like the best performance check I've ever rolled.
Okay.
Said, do you want friends?
Ravaya has been through a lot of shit in the last 6 months. There's just been some stuff going down, and you're not great in social situations. So the first step is one of Ravaya's normal with purpose, right? Like, I'm going here to talk to you, and that you kind of Kaiser Soze yourself halfway through, like, no, okay, softer, arms out, hands away from the hilts kind of situation, like a little more open, and it kind of works. You're still very much a warrior, and there's elements of that are very hard for you to remove from your body language, but you do. I mean, for anyone who's reasonable, they wouldn't immediately been like, "I'm God," right? You are as disarming as you could probably be in this situation.
Okay. So did I lose parts of the family, or are they all still there? Just kind of like
the little ones are hiding behind their parents, and some of the other spirits are kind of like shifting away from you. At least this is on the left side, by the way. So visually, you're going to the left.
Okay.
But as far as you can tell, some of them are kind of breaking away. Others, what's it called? The half giants are kind of, furbolgs are like kind of shocked that you can see them and that you're coming towards them.
Okay.
What's she doing?
She's gonna.
Okay, so just making sure here, Nanners, we can't see the spirits, only Ravaya?
Do you have see invisibility or true sight?
No, just making sure. Thank you.
That's why Euphemia asked what she was doing.
She's just gonna walk as close as she can get to the furbolgs without, probably like a good 15 feet away.
Okay.
Without it seeming like I am within. Actually, she's almost within striking distance, but they don't know that. Anyway, she's gonna stay at that distance, and knowing that most furbolgs speak Elven, she's going to speak Elven kind of slowly, just because also sometimes when she's heard Elven from this weird land, they spoke like some weird yee whatever or backwards dialect to it, so it's going to be very clear, very slow, I guess. But does he look familiar? She's pointing towards Roland.
Oh, you see the husband kind of look over to his wife like, what the hell did she just say? And then the woman kind of steps forward, and she's pointing at Roland and pointing at them, and in Elvish is like saying like us, we didn't think there were any more.
Are you stuck?
They kind of look at each other for a moment.
Can Roland hear that?
Yeah, if she's speaking out loud, Roland could absolutely hear that.
You not being on screen and then raising your voice made me feel like Roland was actually like, can I hear that?
Like the flavor, wonderful, okay.
Yep.
Oh my god.
My beautiful husband got me some Red Bull, so
Aww.
Hell yeah.
I feel like he's gonna kind of.
I'm sorry.
He's just gonna look. Who are you talking to?
I was asking you the same question. I don't. Is she closer to the spear lady on the wall?
Is who closer? Ravaya?
Yeah.
No, she's still behind you.
Oh, okay.
And also, how do they? He's gonna like look at himself. Did I fuck up again? That was a elf. Half elf.
The answer is almost always yes, but Ravaya, do you see something? Well, you probably see something. You're able to.
She'll kind of respond to the spores. Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of spirits or souls that are around here, and
yeah, the moment you say that, Quinn's gonna go, where?
no, just relax.
Oh,
relax.
Jesus.
It's pretty much everywhere, but just hold on. She's going to. What was their reaction to the stuck part? They were just confused, I guess.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys.
Oh, sure,
back and forth. But there was a slight element of confusion, and then you see her mouth, "We are home."
She didn't say that part. She just mouthed it.
Well, she is speaking, but there seems to be a barrier, an audio barrier, in addition to a visual barrier. So you only have enough to penetrate the visual at the moment.
So, you're okay? Just trying to use very simple words because of the slight language difference.
Do you need me to translate?
I'd rather you not.
He's gonna scooch to the side of Zolan here and just kind of like.
Also, she's speaking in Elvish, so it's not common. So just keep in mind that you wouldn't know if you don't speak Elvish what's happening.
He would know it.
I'm just saying.
Those are my people, Ninnas.
Does the family look like they have armor on as well, or do they look like they were? Does it look like they were stabbed, or are there any obvious wounds on them?
That is one of the things that does stick out. There are no visible wounds on them, as far as you can tell.
Huh. What happened? Why are you here?
This is our home. We were living amongst the dunes and the trees, and one day it was like this.
Can you leave?
No,
Do you want to?
we're tied to this place.
Are you okay, Rolos?
I was just, for recording purposes, having fun in the background. Can you leave?
Could you get the fuck out? You're messing with my vibe. Do you want to leave?
We wish to avoid the black. We'll stay here.
I could have been racist.
I hear everything now. The black. Is that where you go if you are not here?
That's where all the dead go.
Okay. I guess thank you for your time. Just not sure how to end this conversation. I'm kind of
Where did he come from? Are there more of us?
there's a lot more. Just not.
His markings are strange.
She's gonna stare back at Roland again and his disguise, and then look back at them. What do you see? And she kind of points at herself.
You have big horns
Okay, so I can still
and
see
a
it.
crown of fire.
She just for a second
How we took that off?
just check.
No fire that's burning your hands right now.
Wasn't that removed?
I thought she took off the crown.
That was a circlet, not a crown. Just a little headband.
Listen here, I'm a man. I don't know what that means.
Wait, hold on. Dinners. Is it tilted
Yes.
sideways like the Biggie crown?
Put down just one horn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Easily looped over a horn.
So you, yeah, no, we're from a different place. But a lot of your kind lives on. Flourishing, if that makes you feel any better.
It does. It went quiet that day. and have seen many of our kin like this, but not in actual form.
I assume Roland can't hear like half this conversation, so he's just gonna like awkwardly wave in that direction at some point.
Okay.
That's adorable.
Does he hear us? We have questions.
He cannot. I can have him answer your questions if you just. Would you mind? What do you see? If you could just describe for me. She's gonna point at each one of her teammates, and she's just listening for anything that sounds unusual. For example, the flaming crown that she's not wearing but is wearing. So she's just gonna be like, "What do you see when you see me, Femi? All right. What do you see when you see?"
Okay.
She'll start with you, Femi.
She's pale, kind of. Long hair. Pliable.
Pliable?
That's the word she uses.
It means flexible, Flandy. It's a word that means flexible.
What?
That wasn't Flandy, and Dub said playa bowl because we have a playa bowls, the beach bowls that are here in New Jersey. Anyway,
What?
Yogurt bowl.
Where is this lady's mind?
That one with the mask. Human, but small for a human. Spider webs. Like a cape.
I love-
He ain't wearing a Spider-Man cape. He got a Spider-Man cape on right now.
Can we just ruminate over how the music did the horror escalation?
I know!
That'd be great.
The music changed right when she said Spider-Man was perfect.
It was just like, what's next?
I just realized
Is
I'm
he
not in
holding a
the thing.
machete? What's going on?
And for confirmation, Revi has never seen a spider-web cape on him, right?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Does he have a machete?
And she'll point towards Katasu.
He's too small to be an Aarakocra. He's like, small? A small crow? Aarakocra?
Yeah. Alright, good. And lastly, she'll motion towards Zolan.
She's still kind of hanging on him. He has the power of the mind witches.
Oh. You can see that?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, hold on. The oh, sorry, hold on.
Kid, your background is shaking like the fucking horror movies while this music is playing, and I love it. Just watch it. You see it? There's like a subtle shake to it.
I don't
I'm
see any shaking.
saying it,
No.
yeah.
Is
He
it
looks
just
stable on my end.
Yeah.
Kid, what are you playing?
Flaney's doing some dramatic.
Yeah, it's like it's
The rumble
doing
pack is
weird
going,
like
you know?
horror movie screen flicker. I'm expecting to see the little
Yep.
weird black dot that shows up in the 80s movies. Like,
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, the mind witches, the psychics, those who are scions.
Yes.
She's like, "Oh, names." Yeah, he does have a little bit of that. Does that scare you?
No.
Okay. My friend, if you don't mind, Zolan.
That does scare us. And is way bigger, and I've never seen one that color.
Okay. Just strange size and color.
He smells like the forest.
Yeah. I think I used to smell like that too. Alright. 1 second. She'll turn her head, but kind of through the spores. Roland, get over here. They have a few questions for you.
I feel like he a bit like just the level of like that was he's almost says yes ma'am, but he like stops himself. just very, very like shyly walks forward. It's kind of like one of those.
What do I do with my hands? Like just the one dad chicken wing. And she'll
Is this
kind
music
of,
playing in the background? As he's walking up?
it is. It's real dark. Let me tell you. All right, hold on. Sorry.
No, I'm interested in what this question is with this music.
She'll take a second to kind of introduce them for a second and just, this is my friend. And he probably cannot hear you, so I may need to do some translating. What questions do you have for him? And through the floor, she'll tell Roland, there's a family of, looks like ancient furbolg here. Not dressed in the same way, but furbolg.
How are you seeing them?
And she'll kind of shake her wrist and make her little bracelet make noise.
He'll try to like slyly touch his cube, or like through like mental, not out loud, but like, Auntie, can you help me see them? Can you see them?
Yes. Hold on.
Is he saying any of that out loud?
You're saying it in the mindscape, right?
Yeah, he's like mentally communicating to her.
All right. Again,
There's sometimes where he's
my
out loud,
power
but
here-
this was like.
That's why I asked.
just so you know, my power here is finite. I can do it. It'll last an hour. But I won't be able to do something of this level of power exactly again.
Ravaya was about to slap his hand down, but I was like, she can't hear. She doesn't know.
Yeah.
I feel like, fucking save her energy.
Oh, here we go. Wisdom roll. I see it. I know that.
You don't know.
I'm mentally setting the DC real quick.
He always makes their face when he's about to do it.
I gotta run to the boys' room real
All right.
quick because my bladder is Foozie's size apparently. I'll be right back.
Oh, get the fuck out of
Well,
here. It's smaller than Foozie's size.
oh,
It's
sh-
not fine. Yo,
All right,
look
you let me
at
know.
both,
I'll be right
look
back.
at both of those numbers. Are
I
you
gave
serious?
him disadvantage.
I saw. That's
Yep.
incredible.
Yeah, so he's like, I feel like Ravaya would see it. Also, I don't know if we should continue because what if the DM's come?
Yeah, I
So
know.
we'll repeat this.
It's like if
We-
anyone else leaves, it's fine. But when the DM's
He's
gone,
gone
it's
for the
like
darkness.
I'm just gonna say that Roland, Ravaya, and the family just have a nice 8 seconds of awkward silence. Which is probably more awkward for Roland because he only sees the one who's angry with him. So it's like the family they're probably more interested to see each other. Can't see you.
Boop, boop, boop. We're sorry. The furbolg you're trying to reach is currently confused as fuck.
Yo,
Please try your ethereal call again later.
yo. 100%.
Yeah, I don't think he himself has anything.
No, I think he's
naturally
always
he
had
can do.
trinkets or help to do that. I think.
Yeah, well, and he's all about like the tricksy. He's not about the like, let me see the real.
Yeah.
All right, now he's back. I feel like
Yes, sir.
you see him like you see as he's like pausing for a second, like you kind of see, excuse me, like his eyes get excited like a kid, like oh my gosh, like and like you see like a little bit of conflict, and bless you, and
Bless you.
nope, just two.
God,
All right.
thank you.
But I feel like because Ravaya does roll him as well as she does, you can tell that he's slightly disappointed, and he's just gonna. Well, can they hear me? Can I hear them? I don't think I can hear them.
I can hear you.
And he'll say hello in giant.
Hello.
Okay. You watch the woman's eye like face just light up like and just start rattling off in giants like and all right, so well no, Auntie doesn't know giant either. No one can translate. Revia, you're just getting like a whole bunch of like really enthusiastic speaking, but you have no idea what the hell is saying.
Revia's eyes just like go wide as they start going off.
Yeah.
Elvish, please. Or Sylvan, and I can't translate for giant. I'm sorry.
Oh! She just kind of like forget, like she lost herself for a moment. We would like to see your code. Where are you from? What is your code?
Could you speak your code? Where are you from?
Who you rep?
And after she says that, like, she says B out loud, and then the rest goes through the spore. Careful with what you share out loud in this city.
That's what Roll was about, like, yeah, I don't know what code. He's like talking through his teeth, but through the spores, like not out loud. It's like, I don't know what is a code?
They're asking what's that you
Does he
rep.
know what a code is? Has he ever heard of a code? It is.
Yeah, Furbogs, like almost all Furbogs, like it's like every single individual clan has their own code.
You have a code! My God!
It's like very important, especially when you meet like
Help
other
me, please!
Okay.
like you share codes.
Okay.
And they're asking what your code is.
I'm in particular pain because I wrote the lore for his backstory for this character, so that's why I'm dying.
I know what
but
you're talking about now.
Sorry.
But listen. Plenty real life has been being grilled on fucking SOPs and fucking
Brother, you're
doctrine
fine.
and shit
I'm
all
by
day.
no means
Excuse me
lighting you
while I
up.
go to
You're
my
fine.
Google Drive because my brain's not work great enough to remember my code at the moment. But it's like happiness and peace and love and trees and shit. I made up the peace and love part. Not the love. But
It's
love.
just happiness.
Cheers to you, Flandy. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, God, I love it.
Oh,
It's the Friday energy we bring, folks. Happy
Danny
Friday.
Brandon do PvP, sometimes both, but today...
Sometimes both.
Danny
Today,
Brandon.
the night is young. There's still time for PvP.
Creed? Is that what you mean?
Creed code, yeah, that works.
I'm just making sure I'm about to read off the right thing to myself before I read out loud.
I'm not gonna say it out loud until I know.
Uh,
I don't know why that's hilarious. Oh, God.
Would he know of any? He wouldn't. He'll say through the spores. What language do you think is least known around here?
Well, I would be careful speaking giant out loud if someone did their best to make sure that there weren't any more walking around.
If I give me an in check real quick.
Oh, sure, no problem. I've been rolling real well.
Ah,
which
take
means
that.
Next one is gonna be great. Hang on, fellas. Oh, wait, hold on. I almost spent-
And Roland, you can do one too, because I imagine you remember this as well.
It's an 8 plus 2 is 10.
Okay.
Hey,
You're like,
19!
aren't all the giants extinct? And like kind of like hang on that for a bit. And then Roland, you would know that all of them except for half giants have been extinct for a very long time. And those half giants unfortunately lost all of their culture and they don't speak giant. So it's been a dead language, honestly akin to Latin at this point, except there is no church that's kept it alive. So no one has actually spoken it in at least a couple of thousand years, as far as you know.
So he would know that it's probably like a hey, I'm not from here if he starts speaking giant all willy-nilly.
Yeah, it would. I
That's
mean,
loud, yeah.
I will also say that Guistenal is known as a multicultural city. So, you know, there's people from all over who come to trade, various different places. If there's a language that's being spoken that's not known, it's not like, how do I say it? It's not like a fascist state where it's like, you're not speaking American, we're gonna kill you kind of situation. Like it just they wouldn't. Nobody would know.
He will try and play off like he's trying to study, or like he's like a student of like, let me practice this language that I don't know. And then he'll try and like not beautifully, not that it's a beautiful language, but not beautifully speak giant, but like kind of like, I am student, speak giant.
Oh, so you're gonna put on the bad accent here? Or? Okay.
Okay, all right.
And he'll say, I'm afraid it might not be familiar.
She's kind of confused. Are you clanless?
Are you clanless?
He'll kind of like feel his face and just kind of do one of those like just shake his head.
He's very strange, isn't he?
In more ways than you know.
Can you tell him we were keepers of the moon?
They were keepers of the moon. Does that mean anything to you?
Does that mean anything?
Stares at the DM intently.
To roll him, I mean, not off the top of your head. I mean, there might have been something in your notes that could help, but nothing like that specific to furbolgs that are like, we protect the moon kind of situation.
I feel like he's gonna pause and be like, does this have a moon?
You would know specifically it has 2, at least. Because you just saw them like 20 minutes ago.
He's like, which moon?
We were keepers of Ra.
I'll
Like
just say I'm
the Egyptian
translating, so
god?
you don't have to listen to me every time.
R-A-L, Ra. Ra is the Egyptian god of the sun.
That's what I thought you said. That's what I was okay.
Yeah.
You said they're what, keepers of the moon? What'd you say?
Of
How'd you word
Ra.
it?
Yeah, they said they were keepers of the moon, specifically Ra.
I'm writing down.
She's gonna, through the spores, ask Euphemi, actually just everybody, just blanket statement. These furbolgs say they're keepers of Ra. Does that sound familiar to anybody?
Hey, Dennis. I got a question real quick.
Euphemi, because she's a druid, I will give you this at advantage, but give
Let's
me a
go.
history check at advantage.
Oh, it's history though.
She's not native to here, so she can't. It's a fact.
Yeah.
It's not like something she can discern from the land, unfortunately.
This is great. I'm gonna
Let's
give
go.
you 2 chances to roll bad.
Let's go.
Hold on,
Excuse me.
let me embarrass myself again. All right, let's go.
Let me
You
put
need
in some bad
history.
numbers for you.
Watch out! I have a whole 1 to prop this up.
Oh.
Oh shit!
I told you
Okay.
watch out for that 1.
Okay. You're like, all right, keepers of the moon. It's tough to like defend a celestial body. That's rough, especially as like a tribe. What's going on? So like, there's a little bit of like mind like travel for you, like jumping between topics, and then your brain kind of picks out like, oh, didn't they mention moon gates? Somebody mentioned a moon gate.
Isn't that where our buddy just went?
No, he went underground. Well, he had access to Moon Gate. Correct. Yes.
Mothra.
It's
Right.
a little late, Mothra. Didn't he go to the moon? Did he,
Yep,
did he say
the
he had
other
a moon
one.
base?
Yes,
Moon base too. Get out of here, Dennis.
No, wait. Actually, Dennis, can we go to a moon base? That would be super cool.
You can if you want, if you can find them.
Roger me. Welcome me. Anything.
Um,
Hello.
That means through this floor is going to be like, I still have no idea what's happening, but I guess these invisible people you're talking to are referring to a moon gate?
I'm not sure what that is, but interesting. So quiet down, so we're all
I believe our friend, that was how he left, or that's where he went. Or rather, it was the motive. Ugh! I can brain. Hold on, loading.
buffering.
That was the apparatus through which he traveled.
Load complete.
Roll will kind of like keep it from being like an awkward pause, and he'll just simply say, "The blood of a runt is the blood of a king," and like he's trying to be coy, but he doesn't want to like give everything, but he also like doesn't want to lie. It's like and he's just I feel like he's looking to see if there's an expression, and then he's gonna realize that he can't see them and be like, "Did they make a face?"
Do they seem to recognize any part of his creed that he says out loud?
They recognize it as like the beginning of one, and they're kind of like, okay, what else do you have? You know, but there's definitely like this poor child was probably removed from their clan at a young age, was not taught how to be an adult. You know what I mean? Like one of those situations. So that's like kind of there's a little bit of sympathy in their eyes right now.
I think out loud she's gonna say, they're waiting for the rest. And through the spores she's gonna be like, they might think you're an idiot.
I feel like to the spores you'd be like, "It's probably better than thinking I'm a liar." I'm afraid to tell everything because this is cool, but it's scary.
Seeing your hesitation, they're like, we want someone to check on our ward, but we want to make sure we're of equal mind.
Tell them the rest
I
of your
take they mean ward like as in like someone they were looking at like their ward, like you're my ward.
Like they're charged to protect, right?
Yeah.
I apologize, but we've spent a lot of time talking to these spirits that we can't see except for Revive. What is the betrayer doing? Euphemy's doing more. Is the chasm opening any further? Is there anything else showing?
All right. So are you
to the corner going, "Oh,
yeah."
Would you mind describing for us what the doorbell is doing for us?
Sure, absolutely. I will ask specifically though: are you staring at her, or are you just kind of like giving her the fisheye? Like, what's the approach here?
She's going to watch her and see if there's any movement, anything strange happening, any weird magical events, and then turn to the portal, see if that's opening or closing any, and then just gonna do a visual sweep because she's like,
this is like a casual visual sweep. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now she's kind of being forced to open this chasm a little bit like hard. So she's kind of like locked in a position, but it's a combination of having a seizure and holding something arcane at the same time. It looks extremely unpleasant. She's shaking, like she would writhe more, but it looks like she needs a level of somatic like stability to hold it in that, and she's being forced to do it.
Wait, even though Euphemy backed away?
Even though you backed away, she's still in the process of holding it open.
Nooners?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Jesus.
You don't even have an answer. He's just looking. I'm evil.
No, there is an answer. I just
Dark
can't
campaign.
discuss it yet.
Darkest campaign." Orlov's gonna simply, I guess, he's gonna with the comment from Revive. He's gonna be like, "Apologies. Well, maybe. I know it's difficult to lie, and my presence here makes me and mine vulnerable."
We understand. You're probably not here for us, so that's we understand. It was rude of us to assert.
No, please do. I would love to try.
Okay. She looks over to her husband, who is kind of like, this guy is weird, but she kind of like nudges him forward. Allow him to touch you. And that way we can better know you. Who's muted?
Does Revi give any warnings with that?
Sorry, yeah. I was muted because we were talking shit. And if you want to know, we're talking shit about each other. That's the best part. But no, the translation for that is Revi is going to be like, hold your hand out.
And he's just like,
you've taken plenty of fingers before. You got this.
Right before they make contact, she's going to say, they're going to touch you.
You wait, and the husband walks out. And he looks like a regular furbog to you, Foozzy. He becomes more like clear when he comes out of the shadows. In terms of clear, I mean like more like you can see more of the details on him. Mm-hmm. He's of a much darker shade. He's got kind of like braids that come down, probably to like his shoulders. Kind of very simple robes that he has on. Very well muscled. Look like if he wasn't a farmer, he was close too. He's got that farm boy strength kind of going on. But walks over and kind of puts out an equally large hand into Rollum's. And Rollum, you feel this weird, it's cold for like the first half a second, and then it gets really warm. Rollum, this is up to you. You can make a wisdom save as part of this communion because you do have an option to resist, or you can let it essentially happen.
Can he insight beforehand or in the middle of by chance?
Unfortunately, you are blind, so this is normally I would say yes. You can kind of maybe ascertain.
Listen, hold on.
You're going off the touch.
Here's some cheese. Here's some cheese.
Okay. All right.
Here's some cheese. Rollum has been the subject of some really bad hands lately, and parts of those hands, I feel like he has a good strong insight of what a bad hand feels like.
All right. Okay. So
that hand was around your throat. It wasn't. You weren't handshaking.
taking your hand metaphor a little bit here. In terms of the contact and like what's happening, it doesn't feel like it's not one of violence. He's not gripping. He's not like trying to rip your fingers off. There's no malicious intent in the initial point of contact.
All right.
Because yes, you have been bad touched quite a bit.
I feel like he's gonna it's gonna be one of those slow guard letdowns. Like he might be resistant initially and be like,
Making those actual faces.
Yeah. So, he's like, Andy, this is my last will.
Oh my god! All right, so your hands meet, and the connection is basically established, and you are given vision to what used to be this room kind of falls away. There's this kind of combination of like desert and tropics, not unlike like an island, right, where you have like a beach head and kind of thing with like tropical plants everywhere, but there's these stone structures made of what looks like sandstone and a very kind of almost organic kind of pattern. There's highlights of marble, like this kind of white marble that goes through their village. You see all kinds of small little furball children playing in the background and adults, almost like in a Greek kind of fashion with these kind of toga style robes, speaking, conversing, having classes. It seems like a very educated society. But as you kind of fade away, the vision kind of goes forward, and there's a
Kit, your typing is very loud.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if there was a cat on the keyboard.
I know. I was like, someone's got beans on across their shit.
It's almost like an amphitheater where it goes down probably like a good 50 feet, and it kind of curves around. And in the center of this is this kind of obsidian archway with all kinds of weird runic writing on the side. I don't know. This is really... Give me an Arcana check at disadvantage, because you can read what's happening, but it's very much an equation and not something that's like a coherent sentence.
Oh, come on. He's a wizard now. No, I'm kidding. That's fine.
He is, but you're like level 4 or something.
He's a
wizard,
very learned wizard.
Okay. That's a good roll.
Yeah, 15, never mind.
you sit there for a moment and you begin to kind of piece together, but you're seeing elements of transmutation and conjuration. The conjuration element in the idea of like opening a portal, but it's really kind of complex, and there's a lot of power in these runes to the point where you're not a gambling man, but you wouldn't. This looks like something that would be above mortal comprehension. It's not something that you would see created even by the most, ambitious wizard cult. This is something primal. But you basically are getting the gist of an idea of like a portal would be created, and then the transmutation element of like transferring somebody through that portal a great distance.
Was this one of those moon portals?
This would be the moon gate that they're referring to, but it is underground as far as you can tell. And he's basically, as you're watching this, there's a hand on your shoulder, and you begin to see the male individual who's kind of guiding you. He's just kind of like showing you with his hand, elements of their society, things that they're proud of, elements of like that cool kind of stone, marble and sandstone architecture that goes up probably like a good 5 or 6 stories in the air, and is essentially showing you their civilization as he remembers it.
Is he like? Can he physically take notes at this point?
I mean, you're in a mindscape, so no, unfortunately. But you can, mentally note things. You're intelligent now, so you can,
You're intelligent, asterisk.
Yeah. So you can make, mental notes and stuff. That's not a problem. But he's in Giant. You hear this. This was our charge. This is what we were sworn to protect by the Earth.
Now, does he say Earth, or does he mean like Athos? Like,
hey, he says Earth, very specifically.
All right, for a noob like me, does that just mean dirt ground, or does that mean like Toral Earth? Like, what does Earth mean to him?
This is a conversation. You can ask him.
Well, I that's what I'm like.
Well,
would we refer to dirt on Toral as Earth?
So there's a very specific what happens on Athos here that's different from other planes.
It had no magic,
and it has no
life.
Afterlife.
That's part
Plants.
of it. Keep going. It does have plants. They're just not here.
Water.
Okay, we're going with the basic stuff. I need you to go like a level above.
You look like you were trying to get a puppy to do something.
Do they have ice cream?
They probably don't have ice cream here.
Okay,
I'm out.
yeah.
Bullshit. No, there's no ice cream.
Okay.
Sorry. The fried energy is catching up with us.
Do they have dairy at all, or no?
Buy a vowel.
Buy a
Yes,
vowel.
I like that. Let's buy a vowel.
You want to buy a vowel? Okay. Oh boy. All right. So Euphemie is having a hard time. She had a hard time reaching who when she got here.
Does no?
Right. Why is that?
Because there's no god plane, whatever the fuck. Because it's all
correct,
forgotten and left alone. And
do you remember
no
what
one's
was here in lieu of the gods?
The sorcerer bitches.
Yes, but there was also who do the priests pray to here?
Bullshit. I don't remember what.
Clearly. All right.
I want to help, but I can't.
I know what the answer is, but this is fun.
Yeah. All right. Give me a history check for Rome at triple disadvantage, and we'll see. Yeah. Roll 3 times. Give me the lowest.
Like, are you referring to that dude? Like, I don't know what level we're talking here.
No, man. All right, you're a smart kid. It's just a rough week for you. All right, think about it. I'm referring to gods. She said Earth. Just draw the line. What is Earth also?
Mother Nature?
Yep. Okay. Have you ever seen Captain Planet?
Listen, Listen, I can't even remember shit from last week. You want me to go to my childhood?
All right. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
ready for non-Tino to show up in Flandy right now.
Oh my god.
You definitely have heart right now, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually,
I walked you here as best I could, man. I don't know.
while he was trying to figure that out, did the little feet reveal anything, or is there any?
I'm sorry. Say that again. You're cracking up at the first line. You were saying?
Huh?
I lost you at this first line because I was dying after you said that. Could you just repeat what you're saying? I apologize.
Oh, did the visual sweep catch anything, or is the pit, the lady, is she still like super convulsing? Is that like a rhythm or ebb and flow to it? Is there anything that calms it down?
No, this looks like synapses being fried out.
Doorbell.
Y'all are killing me right now.
It is a seizure, a controlled seizure is what you're looking at.
Are she and Quinn still conversing or no?
We can get to that in a moment.
Okay.
I just want to make sure she's good with her stuff. I'll hop to you while Flandy tries to figure that out.
Okay.
I love the loading screen with this Flandy right now.
Did you have anything else, Maya?
I mean, I know what the answer is, but I can't give that.
Yeah. Pretty much. Actually, give me a perception check.
Is that
Oh,
me?
Maya?
That's you, Maya.
Oh,
Let's go, girl.
Yeah, I haven't shifted to Kit yet.
I'm gonna do the perception check. Okay, Dinners. Here comes my perception check. I'm gonna click the button. Oh, I need to turn off advantage. I can't use that.
Oh,
You
good
didn't
girl.
say
I
that.
was like, should I tell her? She knows, right? She knows.
There you go. Can I turn the advantage button back on?
Yeah, no, she's still convulsing there.
You have a vague idea.
Who doesn't need help? Turn the bird back on. You know I'm the vice president of the
Oh my god! All right, is there anything else you want to do before I move to Kit? All right, Kit, what do you get? Kit, there is another attempt to connect to you. I will ask you, it's weaker this time because she seems like she's not having a great time at the moment. You can roll me another wisdom save if you want. The DC is lower, or you can let it in.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna see what she wants.
Okay. The connection comes in, and immediately there's almost like a sound static that goes through your head, like it's like a shock, and it's not intentional. You can hear through gritted teeth, like, you must let me out, please. This is, I can. Dragoth is your enemy, right? We can work together, and that's essentially what you're getting.
Okay, shit. All right. So, unfortunately, because of the guy his first inclination is to help her. Things that he doesn't know how. That's what he would be asking then. How do I help you? He would just say this out loud, actually.
Okay. In your mind, you hear, remove the lance.
Okay.
Also, just as a quick visual, isn't she like 30,000 feet above the ground or some shit?
She's like a good 30 feet in the air.
How do I say that? It doesn't matter to him.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. Yep.
All right.
What, is this Sergio's lance?
Okay. Let's be
no, remember it's like an obsidian.
I know.
Yes.
I'm just
Okay.
talking
Never mind.
All right. I hope you guys don't hate me for this, but let's Spider-Man this shit. He is going to start running towards her, and they're climbing the wall.
Okay. As Quinn runs towards her, you watch as there's a ripple in reality as he gets probably within 10 feet of the staircase, and he disappears. Quinn, however, you see everything normal, and you are able to kind of navigate the side and begin to run up the side of the thing. Actually, as the thing ripples, there's another archway, and the whole area around you begins to look completely different. And you can actually see down into what looks like the beginnings of the city. There's water down there, which is absolutely crazy, enough that there's a boat or two in there. There's archways. There's this almost kind of brutalist architecture that's going on. I'll show you a picture of it in a moment. But since you're trying to, basically go around it, you can walk up to her with not a lot of issue. I will say you're gonna need like a sleight of hand to try to get towards it.
Uh-huh.
Also, this thing is in deep. As a warrior, Maya's dying.
Randy's killing us. I'm holding it in, but we lost Maya. We sent one kid home with a test that's not supposed to be a take-home test. We said, "Here's a book, figure it out." And then he came back after 3 hours and was like, "I still need help." That's what this is.
Thank you, Fred. You brought me serious.
Oh my goodness!
Sorry.
This is amazing.
Continue.
No, you're good. Quinn, give me an int check. This is just a kind of defensive int check, just to kind of see if you're smart enough to think ahead.
Oh man. Okay.
Also, he would have had to have run past Euphemia on the way, right?
Yep, he would have had to run past everyone. So I'll say, if you want to intercept him, you're clear to do so, or attempt to. But
I don't
yeah,
think Euphemia's gonna be able to stop him, but she's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" As he's running off.
I feel like Revias, since they're like off in the corner, he's just gonna like hear that and then like see him running and be like, "What is he doing?" And then he's gonna disappear. She'll be like, "What?"
Communicate. Where are you going? What did you see? Oh, he's gone. Oh.
All right. So
Okay.
Check.
in check if you don't mind, sir.
Is Rolo's also gone?
Uh,
He's on the moon, right? Or is that just like a mental thing?
Dial-up sound.
Right, he's been
Roll-
loading for so long that the connection was lost, you know?
Rolos has his hand out and his eyes closed, so he is gone mentally, but physically he's still in front of you.
Okay.
I clicked int. I don't know what I rolled.
A 4.
There you
Okay.
go. Okay.
All right. So you are now
Oh,
perpendicular. So like she's pinned to the wall. You are like, this way due to your spider climb. You are free to grab this thing and try to pull it. It is huge. Like, it's probably 10, 11 feet long. It's probably like a foot wide, like a foot in diameter, essentially.
Mhm.
It is big. So if you're gonna do this, it's gonna be like, this is absolutely a feat of strength.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's give it a try then.
Okay. Sir, I'm gonna need you to roll me a save. Hold on.
Also, quick
Okay.
question. We did, like, Euphemia was like, "What are you doing? Communicate." Are you responding at all as you do this, or are you just
Yeah,
quietly
he
doing
would have said she would have said she wants to be set free.
Maya, you're muted. Those lips are moving though.
Yeah.
She got something to say.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Get back here.
All
They
right.
gotta
So
put in
there's
the application triplicates.
You like hate
We can't just
yourself
be
if
freeing
that's
people
turn
all
around and
willy
be like,
nilly.
We got a runner.
Is
All right.
Euphemia going towards him at all, or are you just like shouting from your space?
No, she's smarter. She's hoping that maybe one of the big boys will just tackle him and drag his ass back, but then he vanished. Oh, that didn't pan out. Can't see him at all, right?
Are you running in behind him?
Fuck no.
Okay. So
I
you're
think-
just shouting at.
She's gonna cautiously approach the portal as she's saying that, but she's not like gonna just run in full tilt.
Okay. So how far are you going cautiously? Because I will give you a line here. Pretty much right where this crack begins to get a little bit bigger is where you saw
Get
him.
chonky.
Why? Yeah.
She's gonna do the thing when you're a kid, you hop over all the cracks in the sidewalk because you don't trust that shit.
Yeah. Get ahead of you when you get chunky.
If it's expanding, then she
That's
is going to stop short of it seeming like it's going to swallow her in.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, when he went in, it was almost like a ripple, like bloop, and then kind of like reality like stabilized after a moment. But you just see her holding this open.
Hey,
Um,
she likes portals and she likes fey people. Does that Rippley's things look familiar to her at all?
She can roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm glad I don't have to roll a lie like portals. God damn it, Flandy. You don't need to.
He's so quick with it. So
It always kills you that there's no T in there.
Yeah.
I like coral.
Why do you have that on your quick bar? I don't understand.
Because it was a very important day.
It was.
Plus
That's the
3.
highest Arcana she's ever rolled. Right? Have mercy.
Plus
Have
3.
mercy.
She likes bonus plus 3.
Oh,
Wait,
my
hold
God.
on. There is
All
11 is more than 10.
right. It is more than 10. That is true.
But it's really 14 because plus 3.
Yes.
It's not.
Okay. You know
No,
what?
there's no plus 3. He's just trying to bamboozle you.
Hold on.
I know.
The DC wasn't terribly high. It is clearly either an alternate dimension or an illusion that is covering this area. For some reason, you can't see through it. You're having a hard time piecing it together, but it's clearly magical in nature. That's about as far as you can get with a very strong 11.
She's going to turn around to the others and be like, is this what it was like with him? Just whenever roll.
While you ask that, Kit, I need you to roll me a con saving throw, please.
Okay, how good is my con?
Hopefully good.
My con is pretty fucking good. No, it's not. Where is my con? I did not see my con. Con? What the fuck was my con?
Should be on the left side of your plate. Your
The
character
third one
sheet.
down.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty good actually. Okay.
Whether or not it's good or bad, I need you to roll it, my man.
Con saving throw. Okay. All right.
Remember
Rolling.
correctly, your con is super high. Oh, yeah, it is.
That is, unfortunately, not enough.
What? Okay.
Hold on.
We're
As you
rolling
are
for
reaching
it.
for this, you see like your hand goes through what looks like a magical barrier, and red arcs of lightning rip up your arm as you are just immediately put into all kinds of agony. Your hand reflexively just like closes as your nerves are just all firing at that in that particular limb.
Right.
You
My
are
dude,
taking-
that was a 21. What the fuck? Okay.
It's
Okay.
this is something that's holding a sorcerer queen to a wall. It is not something you could like.
I would
nail.
genuinely be surprised if the DC was a below 30.
You take 63 points of damage, necrotic damage. I don't know if you have any kind of resistance to
We
that,
just
but
got
it
healed the full. Anyway.
tears through your arm, and like you see like elements of like black creeping through your flesh as you are still in this. Now your hand isn't even wrapped around this yet. You just went through a field to get to it. You can continue to try to grab it if you want. Up to you. But that is layer 1 that you've just gone through.
Shit. Okay.
Are we hearing anything right now?
He's a man. I don't know how manly you are. Are you not screaming? Are you like a man's man? You're just
Okay.
taking this like a champ and just
He'd
just
be
grunting it out?
making some noises, but yeah, he'd
Okay.
be at this point actually. Just for the flavor of it, I think he'd be praying. He'd be praying. So he's trying to get into a meditative state. So you'd actually be hearing him pray over the spores right now.
As terrible as it sounds, I'm just imagining someone like sticking a fork in a light socket and going, "Oh Jesus, help me, Lord!" That's what it feels like. Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
Right again, and she's just gonna step in. God damn.
I think Revia is gonna like glance at Roland for a second, who's just kind of with his eyes closed, and I'm assuming he can't hear or anything what's going on around us because of his mindscape. All right, so I think. Honestly, I was going to say she was going to run in, but I wanted the scene to happen, so I think she's going to point at Euphemia and be like, just watch him, please, and then she's going to run in.
And just run in, okay.
Oh, she was reaching for her, she's going to pull her hand back and be like...
So you watch as Revia is
Okay.
running towards the thing. You see all these spirits around you. Revia, give me a dexterity or acrobatics check to see if you can dodge them, as some of them are actually reaching towards you.
Oh, yeah, I got that. Let's go. What you got?
Wait, are we talking
Okay.
like fans in
Excellent.
an arena? Or...
A little...
You running down the ramp like a pro wrestler?
It's honestly a
That's
little
my
World War
baby.
Z-ish.
Oh
As
my
she
God,
begins
here
to
comes the
accelerate,
camera.
they're all kind of like clambering over to like get a shot. You don't speak any of these languages. You can't interpret other languages, right? You have other than what you know. Okay,
Yeah.
they are saying something. It's almost like a plead, but you artfully dodge them, which is really weird for Euphemi. As you watch, you like do some like NFL moves, like a spin move as you go in to this thing. Yeah, center step on them, and you also go through the barrel, like the little ripple, and you come up into the same area. You see the same kind of cityscape below, and Quinn, whose hand is beginning to turn black at the roots and kind of rip up his arm, as it looks like he's still trying to grab it as far as I know. But he is perpendicular, like standing on the wall, perpendicular, trying to like get a grip of this and rip it out.
Oh, your face right now, Foos. Goddamn. Okay.
That's what Revia's doing, so that's what I'm trying to like. This is some weird shit. What the fuck? I think she's going to, through the spores, like, raise her voice, essentially. Mostly to Quinn. Everyone else is going to hear it, though. But she'll just be like, let go! What are you doing?
And you just hear more praying.
Fuck! God damn. You see her looking down and up, like, doing some quick mental math. Alright, I mean, I imagine, I don't know if there's, like, damage every 6 seconds or something, but I imagine that was, like, her reaching him and...
I'd say you'd have a bonus action if you wanted to do something with it before the next element goes.
Okay, a bonus action, you say, huh?
Yep.
Can I see anybody visible right now, other than Sorcerer's Queen and Quinn having a bad time? And Spirit's having a bad time. Everyone's having a bad time. Anyone else?
So, you are very much at this, like, archway that goes down in towards the city.
Okay.
You can see people down there. I would require a perception check, which would burn your bonus action if you wanted to look down those stairs.
Okay, if the stairs are there and like she's up against the wall, right?
Yeah. You're at this wall. You see him up there, perpendicular, about
so
20.
The city goes like downwards.
It goes down. Yep.
Gonna use her bonus action to cast Grasping Vine, and she's going to, like, it has to be. Let me just double check. The ground of an unoccupied space within 30 feet. Right, okay, that's what I thought. So she's going to try and put it like directly against the wall, so it just kind of goes straight up the wall. Therefore, anyone in that city would have to have some crazy eyes to see that shit.
Yeah, I got you.
Trying to make it as small as possible, but she's going to Grasping Vine and try and pull Quinn off of it if she can.
Give me an Arcana. It's going to be our check, but you are getting interference as, like, you begin to cast the spell. You watch as her head turns towards you, and the eyes begin to glow. And what would probably have been a counterspell, if not for the fact that she's actively in a seizure, is stopping her from stopping you. But there is an element of disruption there. So give me an Arcana check to see if you can pull this off.
Does it have to be Arcana? Can it be my spellcasting modifier instead? Because I'm just asking, but it's
okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. Because you don't cast in an arcane fashion. So
yeah, I don't. That's the only reason I was
that makes sense. No, that argument has merit. 100%.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, you begin to, like, there's some interference trying to, like, yeah. You're so proud of yourself. It's good. There's you were trying to cast a spell, and you feel her beginning to, like, pull parts of it apart, but you were able to kind of focus and solidify it, and absolutely that vine begins to rip up the side. It's a DC 19, right? So
yeah,
Quinn,
that would be if he's trying to resist it. If Quinn is just sitting still, though, then because she's trying to grab him and yank him off of the thing.
Okay, Quinn, that's your call. You're muted, brother.
You're muted, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, Kit wants to let go at this point. I'm like, let's give it a try, see what happens. 63 damage. Okay, wow. So I would want to let go, but he would not let go.
Okay, so roll me a save. You need to roll a what's
a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving DC.
He's like grabbed onto a single target or something. I don't know. Actually,
he hasn't grabbed it yet. He has very good footing because of spider.
He hasn't even made it to it. He's just taking damage being close.
Yeah,
that was the first layer up, but he hasn't even gotten his hands on it yet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, never mind. Carry on.
Dex save. Let's see it. 16.
Not enough. You get grabbed by it. How far can it pull him?
20 feet. So if he was about 30 feet up, she's gonna pull him about 10 feet down.
Okay, so you're
10 feet off the ground.
All right, so you go to grab, or Brian wraps around you, does not begin to pull you back. So we'll end that turn there. I'm almost tempted to put us in some kind of fucking initiative, but I'm gonna pause that. You guys can think about what you want to do. I'm gonna come back to roll him, see where he's at with his math homework. How you doing, buddy?
I didn't get
Pat
any
here
hints.
for moral support.
I can't, bro. I walked you to the answer.
Listen, Flandy's dumb. That's not
Okay.
fair.
You're not dumb. You're
You are not
simple.
dumb.
You are
Get
not.
out of here. This
brother.
is my turn.
You're neither.
Okay, so the math homework isn't done. Is that what I'm hearing?
Give it to me in a math equation. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I tried to help him in the chat.
All right.
Work out.
Okay. So we
Talking
spoke
Earth, Wind, and
about
Fire. Are they the jazzy band?
close. You're
The
real
elements?
close. But there it is. Yes. Thank God he got there. Okay. I'm not even gonna force you to walk the rest of the way. I'm just glad you got there. All right. So clerics on this planet or plane, whatever you want to call it, they worship
yeah.
the
I do remember
elements.
that now. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And some
Yep.
of the quasi elements
That's
where
right.
it's like the sun, where it's air and fire, stuff like that. Okay, great. We got there. So he said the earth charged us in protecting this thing, the moon gate. And by earth, he means the earth elementals and the primals that they worship. And given your analysis on the gate, it looks like it may have even been made by some earth primordial.
I feel like there's gonna be a long pause where he's like if he's looking at him, he's gonna be like probably a little bit less calculative than Flandy was, but it's still one of those like, hold up, let me translate because that's not the same Earth that I'm. The elementals, the
Yes, the elements, the mighty earth, ground which you tread.
Let's get Flandy.
how can I help?
Our charge has been co-opted, by the human sorcerer king. We have not been able to withhold our
Oh,
charge.
sorry. Never mind.
My wife does not know, but I think we were all killed in one mighty spell.
That's
This land-
right?
Yeah, and then one hell of a spell to wipe out a whole city in one shot and not have them know. But yeah.
I'm just I fear you're correct.
So we would like you to at least check on it, and if you can commune with the earth, let it know that our failure was not due to lack of diligence.
Okay, would roll them.
Oh, we're doing this again?
Would Roll-Up have like all right, so would this Earth Elemental be able to like deduce that obviously without like, hey yo, they couldn't protect your gate anymore because they got killed by a massive spell, or does he need to spell that out for this Earth Elemental? Like
So this is kind of a strange concept to you, because a lot of like, given your education and your reverence for nature and things like that, at least your background, you know of elementals, right? I mean, you've summoned one and you charmed it to be your friend. I mean, you had a bit of a contentious relationship with it, but yeah, twice.
That was after the giant sip.
Right. Most elementals that you've had any kind of experience with, I mean, at the best is greater, and they're not strong enough to really like give spells or be revered in such a way. Given your experience with the water one, and I'd say like just kind of extrapolating on the nature of the spell, they're kind of fickle. They operate within their own space. They're not known for being like tremendous intellectuals or whatever. They're literally like primordial entities that just do what they do, right? Like you could assert that air is extremely like fickle and changey and like flighty, right? Obviously, whereas Earth would be a little more rock solid in terms of like their stalwart, stoic kind of personality that might be attenuated to that. So you can kind of extrapolate based on their attributes how they would kind of work. The one thing that's kind of weird for you is like you've never ever heard of them being worshipped, and let alone them talking to mortals and being like, "Hey, I need you to look after this for me." Like that's a little weird to you. But if you had to make a deal with any of them, Earth would be the one to do it.
He'll kind of. He's trying to figure out how to ask this without like sounding shady. But it'd be like, hell. I will attempt. Where? Well, are you comfortable telling me where this is? And if not, how best to commune with the elementals? My apologies, where I'm from, they're not as prevalent.
He kind of looks at you strange. Like that concept is like, what? But you see him kind of like over. Yeah. He overcome. I mean, imagine like telling like a devout Catholic, like, "Hey, we don't have gods where we're from." You're like, "What?
What do you mean you just pray?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's. So he kind of gets over that relatively quickly, and you would need to make an offering or a communion with the earth. There should be earth priests down there. It is a strong religion.
He's gonna kind of like. Do you have any advice? I understand it might sound shady and confusing, but I promise I'm not familiar with my locale. And again, I must be careful as he just kind of looks around. I cannot risk my tribe.
I understand. Trying to think. What is the best way? Ask. Find a earth cleric if you can, and see if they can guide you in their prayers, and ask them, and in your prayers, beseech the earthen to speak to them on the behalf of the Chanka people.
Chanka people.
Chanka.
Actually, we'll kind of pause and be like, are we safe in here? Can others see?
In this mindscape, it is just you and I.
Insight check.
Roll insight. Yeah.
Our magic check. Arcanas, I don't know. Whatever he can do he's testing this theory. Revise smells. You said insight?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay. Well, the 20. He looks earnest. He seems very confident in the fact that this bond is just between you two.
I just imagine.
What about like psionics? Does he feel like psionics could penetrate this based on the amount of bullshit that he's dealt with the last few days?
Oh boy.
Ooh, actually, I know how to check. What's his face? The really bad wannabe fucking the dude who dropped us off here. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh, no.
Archfey?
Here we go.
Yeah, him.
Yep.
Was he psionic?
No. Remember, he was so ridiculous. Like Archfey are magic unto themselves, so they don't need the weave. They don't need to defile. They just are.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yep. I don't want him to, but he probably would. So here's another wisdom check.
I feel like that was the sound of
I
Roland's
absolutely
actual
love
brain.
putting Flanny in these positions.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
got this, buddy.
I was sitting at 15 in my head.
I mean, how much worse could it get? One of your friends is trying to free
Right,
Albach
how much-
Ray right now.
How much worse could
He
it get?
doesn't know that.
Exactly. What are your friends?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So he'll relax. Especially if he understands that the nature of furbolgs was still the same in this realm, and as his own, like they can't lie, like honest to a fault type stuff. He'll be skeptical of the psionic intrusion, but with no way to test it right away, he'll just kind of, well, if this place is safe, I will admit I'm not from Athos.
Oh, we thought
Our
you just didn't have a
people-
clan.
Survive on a different realm.
There's like a spark of hope that just dies a little bit in him, as like the realization that his people are extinct is like beginning to like sink in. But he just kind of
With that, he'll try and reassure him. And your tales are not lost, though. We've heard of this situation, this realm, what happened. It's not inherently known, but it is deep lore.
He's just kind of solemnly nodding at the moment. You know the name of our people now. If you could just repeat it amongst your own clan, that would be enough.
I've already sent the back signal.
I've already sent the pass.
It's just like, that's already done. I've done my best to devote as much of this memory as I can. You'll be honored in my tribe and as many others as I can reach.
He thanks you. Well, I don't wish to take up any more of your time. Your friend might need some help, by the way.
What? Deadpan, like, what?
I'll have to leave the mindscape for you to see, but I believe he's trying to free the queen, and you kind of feel his presence begin to kind
wait,
of...
hold up. What? The betrayer?
Yes.
She's the betrayer.
We were forced to watch what happened to the city. I could show you what happened.
Darkest campaign.
I was like,
can I cut in for a second? I'm just curious. Is this mission going on in real time, or is it like
These are all kind of happening simultaneously. So while you were trying to when you just got vined down the path a little bit, this was the next stage of his conversation with him.
Oh, okay.
So it's all just kind of going in like tiers. Unfortunately, I can't DM for all 6 of you at the same time. So
Yeah.
No. I'm just wondering, is there like hyperbolic time chamber in there? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
here.
No. There's things going on at the same time, and I'm just trying to honor that.
All right. Okay.
couple questions. So, I just want to double check, but obviously freeing her would fuck up the time continuum of our promise to what's his face back on Toril that was like, don't fuck up the politics.
So that and the mission here, which I love you people as a group, because every time I give you something like slightly clan, slightly clandestine as like a mission, it gets blown away the far. It's like just drop a nuclear bomb on the covert target. So if you were to remove a sorcerer queen who betrayed and caused the death of this man's city and himself, he would absolutely know. Like, there's no way that is not flying on Dragoth's radar, and you will 100% be having a ridiculous amount of if not resistance going into the city, on the way out or even back home. It's bad. You would be on his radar like that.
All right, so that's my first question. Would Roland have would he feel like seeing the destruction or whatever and like in live instant replay? Would he be able to study that and maybe predict and see what Dragoth might do on back home?
I mean, you'd be seeing a snippet of the fight, but I mean that's tough to ascertain because you've only heard the outcome, you haven't heard the fight itself.
Okay, he'll against his better judgment, it's like, I don't want to, but I think I probably should.
Okay. His hands kind of go back over your shoulders again. Just relax and understand this is not real. And you watch as his mindscape kind of falls away a little bit, but then you start to see as like brick by brick, the city starts beginning to get built. All these people of labor essentially hauling in these enormous sandstone things. In some cases, Dragoth and his entourage are assisting either psionically or magically in creation of this. There's an element of where the moon portal is now being kind of carved away. The portal stays where it is, but there's elements of like the city being built around it. And you watch as the city in like very kind, like those like montages where something's being built and you're just watching things like kind of come together in seconds. That's essentially what you're getting magically. Mm-hmm. But it fast forwards to a point where there's standing armies outside the gates. There's an army inside it. There are magical battles happening in the air. There's psionic battles happening in the ground, and he's kind of fast forward through all. And it's a lot of carnage. One thing you will notice though is most of them there's no real metal to be found pretty much anywhere, right? Even like officers and stuff, they don't have any like decent fighting materials as far as you're concerned. Although the bone and stone and like organic materials are holding up suspiciously strong enough. So there's an element there that you might not understand from a martial perspective. But it fast forwards to Dragoth alive. His draconic features way more vibrant. It's like there's like a deep crimson to his scales, a kind of a crown built into his head, and these wings that kind of float out, and he is soaring probably a good 100 feet over the city, where he is just raining death on the enemy at this point, and kind of in a hopes, like it seems overt even for you, who, no offense, is not like some kind of great tactician as your character. You're more of a trickster, but you don't like, hey, that's a bad idea. Like, it's not something that runs in your head, but you're like, that's kind of overt. But as he's doing so, you see another kind of winged form, not nearly as advanced as Dragoth is, but far more feminine in her shape as she rises up to kind of meet him and casts some kind of dark spell. It's like a ray that comes out. It is black with kind of a purple outline that just rips up towards him. He tries to dodge, but it clips his wing, and you watch as like part of it begins to necrotize and then stop. And in the familiar Dragoth voice that you've heard quite a few times, Queen Ray, have you not mastered necromancy yet? And you watch as he begins to pull part of that spell out and fire it back at her, basically sending her careening back down to the ground. And it fast forward probably like another 5 minutes into the future, where he's still fighting other people, other Draconid type forms in the air, dodging, moving. There looks like beams that are coming up, almost like anti-air fire, from these crystals that are located in the city. You can count 4 at this point, but they're assisting him in his fight. Roll me in his perception check real quick.
You said there's 4 of them? Are they his firstborn?
No, these are crystals, like giant
crystals.
crystals. Yeah. I'd say
Does it roll you
probably
a
like 8 feet. Give me a perception. And they look like D8s, just so you can kind of understand the shape. Okay, great. When people are dying around them, they begin to glow. And then are hired at whatever happens to be near them or in the air. There seems to be an element of like direction from Dragoth as he's going by. But it fast forwards again, and you watch as with his mind, he's beginning to like. There was some kind of struggle with him and Albach, right? But he grabs her and just kind of like launches her towards what looks like the entryway to a chapel, essentially, and just pins her to it. And with the other hand, begin to just kind of manifest the spear or the lance that you've seen before. And if you spent more time actually studying combat than scheming, this wouldn't have ended this way. And just launches this spear right at her. And with her being basically immobilized by his psionic strength, and you can tell she's trying, like you're watching spells begin to like form in both of her hands. She's attempting to get out of it, just cannot. And it just impales her right off the bat and pins her to the thing. And you watch as her life force is just being like sucked away into this spear that is being held, and with his left hand begins to carve, like do sigils that are like putting on layers of spells on top of her and the spear itself. And when he launched the spear, there was kind of like a wake where it disrupted the ground. Anybody near there was either launched or just disintegrated on the way in. So there's like a scar that runs all the way up this kind of city street of where he launched this spear.
Oh boy.
Just a little
Darkness. Okay. So how likely is it that the spear sounds like the perfect weapon to fuck up the first portal with? Or does it feel like it's going to be icky leftovers of Dragothisms? Just
to recap, the spear is probably only wieldable in size by you. It's like 10 feet long, give or take. You're probably not strong enough to use it naturally, and you watched him put at least 6 different spells on it.
You said my friend's trying to pull, like, what?
Yep.
Do you like Dragoth? You think he's a good guy?
Do you like portals?
No. I don't know
what Black Ray.
She is worse. By far.
Oh. Is
Dragoth.
that because she's been on display, or is that just because?
No. At least Dragoth is kind to his people and cares about them. She is a schemer who cares nothing but for herself.
I feel like he's gonna have the epiphany of like, oh shit, with the schemer and then worse to his people. He's gonna. One moment. Try and connect to this one. I don't know if he can while he's in the Mindscape or not, but he's like, Quinn.
You can use You can use the spores in the Mindscape. Yep.
And this is to everybody. But he's directly like, Quinn.
Aren't you like getting eviscerated by an evil dark?
Yeah, I think we have to cut back to the other scene, I guess. Like when the time table.
Yeah.
Quinn, are you going to respond verbally?
Oh, okay. So my question is, after he got pulled off, what would have happened?
He just got pulled down, because for you that ground is the same as having gravity, right? So like you didn't get pulled off the wall; you just got pulled down. I think she said 10 feet. Is that what you said, Chris?
He's 10 feet away from the ground, so he was pulled 20 feet down.
20 feet down. So you're pulled 20 feet down.
Yeah. So is he still in pain? Is my question. Would he still be feeling the effect of that shit?
I mean, 63 damage or 60 however many. Yeah, that's how.
Are you asking for another 63 points of damage right now?
I'm just wondering if he's still feeling that shit. You know, if he's still. I'm trying to figure out, would he still be fucking meditating?
The tips of your fingers up to the first knuckle are black, and you're watching as kind of like, you ever see like when electricity is like put into wood and it burns like a pattern into wood? It's actually burning an arcane sigil into your hand right now.
Okay. Shit.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Correct response.
What you learn?
Are you talking? Are you talking to the lady?
She wanted help.
My friend here says she's not good. She may be an enemy of Dragoth, but she's an enemy to everyone.
Your friend who is actively pulling you away from it also says it's bad. Just get the fuck back on the ground.
Remember how we were supposed to be inconspicuous and not draw a lot of attention? If you free somebody that is known as the betrayer, what do you think you will do?
Okay, so
wait, did he touch it?
He did. No, he didn't touch.
No, he tried. He got.
No, he's asking that in the spores.
Oh. Almost. Shut up. 1 second. She's basically gonna like look at Quinn and see what he's trying to do.
Okay. So he said, he's gonna say, I got near it. I didn't manage to touch it. There's something appearing on my hand.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be great.
Oh, he's wearing gloves over that. Is it like going over the gloves, or can we see his hands now?
It is glowing through the gloves. Oh, your gloves are shredded, by the way. Unless they're magical, they're torched.
Okay.
You got hobo gloves now, and it's not on purpose.
do we hear alarms going off?
Not as far as you can tell.
Good.
Henry?
But with Quinn there, she's just gonna be like, do I have your word that you are not going to go after that thing again? We haven't even started yet. Can we wait to make rash decisions?
He's gonna like let out like this sigh. Like you can't really like hear anything, but he's gonna like just like slump down and go like, you have my word.
Are you backing away from the thing?
At her words, he's gonna start backing away.
Yeah, she'll have the grasping vine release him.
Okay.
And she'll drop the spell immediately.
Gotcha.
Because it is concentration.
All right. Quinn, I will need you to make me another Constitution saving throw, please.
Shit. Okay.
Hey guys, I used a spell.
I'm so proud of you.
Amazing.
I backed away, but then I melted.
It
You
didn't
found
register in my head because that's an oath for me. And I'm like,
Good save. What did you say?
That does save. So the marking is still there, but no other adverse effects are happening.
Can I ask what the DC was or no?
No.
no.
Good. Get him.
You cannot.
I just gotta say, Maya, Nenners is a lot nicer than you when it comes to that shit.
It was at least 25.
At least.
I mean, you're pursuing meta knowledge.
Euphemy.
Yo, what up, Insomnia?
As you were trying to like figure out what's happening, as you were trying to figure out what's going on, and just kind of get a beat of what the hell your friends are up to, you feel a cold set of hands on you.
Oh, God damn it.
You don't see them, but you feel them. And as they make contact, you hear, you must listen to our story. You must hear us. Give me a wisdom save. It doesn't seem like it's that strong. Like you could, with a decent roll, you could probably resist it. But there's the element where like you could let them in, if you will.
As she's making this, like, as this happens, she's going to spin around, try to see if she can, like, see them and through the spores be like, I'm getting the bad touch.
Unfortunately, Euphemy, there is nobody to be seen, but you absolutely feel the hands on you. And as you turn, they kind of stay in the same position, although it's going across different parts of your shoulders, obviously, as you turn around.
We're like revived because the force is going to be like, one fucking fire at a time. God damn it.
No, why you gotta go?
Hey, wait,
huh?
why
you gotta do that, huh?
Oh, you're not in Quinn's aura, but that's fine.
Oh, did I have that on?
Yeah, that's why you have a +9.
Oh.
No, you just naturally have a +9 go. You got this.
Yep.
You
are the last person on Earth that needs to say some shit like that.
For
How many
real.
bonuses you have on your goddamn rolls?
For reals.
Get out.
You hear our story, and like as they say the story, like it begins to kind of echo through your mind for a moment, and you see a balcony and what looks like Dragoth like wings folded in the back, this kind of really elegant set of robes, and he's looking out. And you see various armies kind of in the distance, and he turns to go to speak, but because you resisted it, the image fades away, and you feel the fingers kind of roll off of you as it is no longer touching you.
I think they just tried to communicate with me. Those spirits you were talking to?
That's great. We need to get the fuck in the city. Stop touching things. Get over
I
here.
didn't touch anything. They touched me. I'm the victim here. Don't you yell at me. You shut up,
here.
Maya. I'm tired
Roll
of this shit.
whatever
You guys
dream
are the ones
tape you're in.
starting
Get out of it.
I've been a
All
model
right.
citizen with you.
My friends are having issues. I will do my best. If I come through here again, I will attempt to talk.
Hey,
Sure,
what
I'll
you
hit
yelling
you
at
up
me?
later.
Trying to protect Lolos.
I understand.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting!
It was good to see you, Ken, and be well.
If you can see the awkwardness, or he's about to be like, "You do." I will show you word.
And he also relinquishes his connection with you. And
You're letting
You
it slip,
are-
Linus. You're letting the darkness slip.
let this darkness slip. Yeah, it was the wrong word.
Of you.
I will say, at this point of relative peace, we could take our break because it is 10:30.
At this point, we've been fighting. We can take a break.
I gotta ask you, Kit, bro. Do you want to roll a new character? I'm a little confused. I just want to make
No,
sure. If
dude,
you're
that was
not
great.
happy
I
with this
love-
one,
Do not,
oh,
do
I
not
think he's
expose this
playing
behavior.
true.
I love it.
he's
Ah,
playing
yeah.
true, but
No.
you're making me so
No.
nervous.
So good. I fucking love it. Keep it up,
We
kid.
did
That's
not
the
endorse this when Flanders.
There's some
Do not
yellow
endorse
cake,
it now, Chris.
plutonium on the ground. Quinn's like, I got it.
It's the golden carpet, and I get the bullshit tray.
At least he was drunk.
Fuck
At
you,
least he
Roland.
was drunk when he made those decisions, Foos.
I did take a swig from this, Maya.
Put a bottle down. Take it away.
Yeah.
Go put it in another room somewhere. Stop it.
I love you guys.
Stop.
Reconvene in 10, 15-ish minutes. Sound
Yeah, we're
good?
back, dude. Also, hi,
Alright.
Mark. I see you're lurking, but thanks for dropping by. We're gonna take a break, and we'll be back. So yeah.
Alright.
Bye.
Peace out.
I'm trying to get us
Man.
a TPK.
Oh, we're back. That was a quick bathroom. That might be the quickest break in Foozca history.
In the history of this channel, absolutely.
I think we nailed it.
You're 11 minutes.
Flandy somehow got a cat in the meantime, but we're good.
Somehow he ran outside and just picked up any
He just grabbed the cat, and that's it.
Found this.
Yep, just
That's weird. Actually, that is kind of what happened. He was a dumpster kitty. He's a rescue. We rescued him.
That is
He's
true.
our baby.
That is true.
How come you hold your cats like Sabathoon holds her giant worm?
Excuse me. I have much more love and care.
I don't know. She was. All right. Anyway, we'll get into the details later.
You know what love and care are, Nenners?
No, I don't. Only
She
in
has
regards to
commitment issues, remember?
machines. I can't do it with people. It's too much. But with, like, I love and care for my car. And
He
my
loves and
computers.
cares for his passwords. He hates when I use gifts.
And
I love that you just started Euphemy with the nihilistic yin yang twins. Wait, you see?
Oh,
wait, do you see my death? Anyway,
Hey, little Shaw, let me whisper in your ear. Okay, reel it in.
we're back. We're back. This is Friday.
Never.
Energy we bring.
This is great.
Okay. I gotta read you, Quinn. All right. So, recap real quick. Quinn just got done branding himself with pain. Roland is out of the mindscape. Femi got the bad touch, but shrugged it off. And Ravaya cast her first spell in 13 games and is now ready to go.
you're welcome.
So, with that brief and horrible recap, what do you guys do?
Raya was shouting for everyone to come, like, convene, essentially, so they could get into the fucking city.
Okay, so would Quinn know if any of you know magic?
Yes.
I'm assuming he would know that the big guy would know.
Yes. I mean, you've seen all of them cast spells, except for
Okay.
Karasu. Karasu's literally the only one. Everyone else
Okay,
casts
so
stuff.
So my question, so what I was wondering is, would he be bothering the lady he calls sister or the big dude? What I was wondering right now.
Huh? You know the answer to that, not us.
I can't help you with that.
I think he would go just because he's a fucking religious mofo. He would go over to Euphemy first.
Wait, hold on. Did you guys exit the dark pit of the abyss with the betrayer in it?
Well, we have to go beneath her to get into the city, right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, so we have to stay near her to, like, just go under. We just are not bothering her.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
We're walking in the city like, please don't look at me, lady. I ain't got no spare
Right,
change.
Yeah. You have to walk. She's the one holding this, like, this, revealing the staircase to you guys.
She's like the wreath on the house. We're just opening the door and going under, you know?
Exactly.
She's the wreath on the house with a
So we do
spear
have to go through that
fucking
weird
through
portal.
her chest.
Is Rolo's back yet?
Roland's just leaving the mindscape. He just introduced himself officially as Roland, and he's trying to get his name if he can, so he can maybe do sending later. I don't know if that works between realms and a dad, but he's gonna give it a shot.
He's just like tugging him by the hand. And, did you guys trade places? Are you Quinn now? She's like heading towards the portal.
His name was
Here we go.
Delpha.
Ooh, hold on. We gotta spell that.
How you say it?
Delpha. But you were so proud of that spelling.
The pH is too much. I think it's too normal.
You sure it's not dolphin?
God damn it!
Oh my god, I love you guys. It is with the PH.
I nailed it!
Well done.
Fuck you, Dennis.
Like I kind of knew that was the spelling, but I never.
Oh my god!
Here we go.
No, you have to represent. You have no choice.
God,
you are who you are, and you must represent.
I'm giving up so many of those just because I need to be at the
I
trail.
missed you, girl. It's been too long. We gotta hang out again.
You know where I've been.
That's true. So-
and then he'll kind of, after the quick relative pleasantries, he'll kind of shrug off the mindscape and I guess walk up to Euphemia and be like, "Shall we?"
She literally was taking you by the hand and walking with you.
Oh, yeah. Well, they'll just grab your hand and be like, "Shall we?"
How do you grab a hand that's already grabbed? I don't.
He grabbed the other hand. You're awkwardly walking hand in hand.
I just over here and re-grab your hand.
I just want to paint this picture because he's like Matumbo, so your hand in his hand, it's like a child.
I have a picture with Patambo.
You does.
Oh, I keep forgetting you do. That's amazing.
I do. Yeah.
He looks tiny.
We may have to tie Quinn up. He seems really intent on ruining this mission for us right now.
Please just get into the city first. Everyone.
She's walking towards the You shut up, Revive.
You're talking about doing actionable things that are not walking. So Revive is saying no actionable things.
She literally was walking with them with their hand in his hand. They were being really.
So you guys are going down the stairs.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
I think Euphemia's just had enough.
Okay. So you guys headed down. I need to know if you guys are going downstairs.
We are going to. I'm fucking Revive is going down the stairs.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll need a perception check from you as you go downstairs, please.
From whom?
Sure.
That's all of us, isn't it?
Any and all who are going down the stairs.
Okay.
I did.
Anyone behind Roland will have to roll disadvantage because he's too tall.
Okay. So.
Oh man.
We're rolling
Oh no.
Bye, Flandy.
He's too tall. Killed me. All right. Where am I? All right. Can I also? I don't know if this is going to be a this or that, but can he inspect the spear glaive, whatever the fuck it is, sticking out of this woman?
Yeah, sure. Give me an investigation check, please, and thank you.
Investigation.
We already know what it is. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Yeah. What do you want to know about it? Everything. Okay.
You always want to hear, right?
If you could tell the spells, maybe like if it what's it made out of? Well, I think you already described it as obsidian, but like he's like kind of like on this track of like maybe we can use this against him, even though it's probably a bad idea.
It is obsidian, and you watched him when he summoned it in your vision. You watched as he pulled it out of reality. Oh, you weren't here for that, so you can't connect those dots. That's hilarious. So anyway, you watched him pull it out of reality, and so it's tough to say where it actually came from. But now that you look at it, it looks perfect, right? Like if you look at it, there's no imperfections. It's completely smooth. Which, if you know anything about obsidian, that's impossible, right? It does not cut well. But as you look at it, there's when the light shines on it a little bit, you actually see the runes of several spells written on it. Almost on each facet, there's at least 2 spells on there. You read, since you have the ability to read that stuff naturally, you read 1 Finger of Death, 1 Power Word Stun, 1 Power Word Kill, Prismatic Wall.
Slow down. Slow down.
Do you know what that first one is?
All too well.
Does it sound familiar?
Yeah.
Let's roll
Finger of Death.
What do you hear?
Power Word Stun.
Power Word Kill. Prismatic Wall.
Jesus.
And there's a contingency spell on it, but you don't know what the contingency is.
That's only 1. That's only 5. You said there were 6.
Hold on. Am I crazy?
There's 2 fingers.
Oh, Power Word Pain. I missed that. Sorry. There's just 3 power words.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Given his familiarity of the contingency with dealing with a lifted bitch, I can't think of his name. The one that we took out, but I can never say his name right, and he always got
Tabra?
hilariously Sabotage. That's it. Tahabata. That's what I used to say.
Oh yeah, you used to call him. Yep, that's correct.
And his limited / personal connection with Bitchface McSandy Bitch. Can he? What would he think that he would make the contingency like? Let me know if someone dare remove this spear, or if it'd be like, death come to all who touch this, or if it's like, yo, play the Macarena to confuse them while I power word stun death and kill them.
Okay.
Well, you already have Quinn who volunteered to be a guinea pig by touching.
So this, unfortunately, at this point is conjecture. So
oh yeah, absolutely.
it's difficult
that's
to
what I'm saying.
say.
Like, what would he?
Yeah.
Based on his interactions, like, does he think it'd be like a let me know if some bitch dare touches the spear?
Yeah, I mean, what was his one saying to you when you were his prospective student? What was the lesson he wanted you to learn?
Use a hoe. Oh.
My sister, ladies and gentlemen.
See, it's hard for Flay to remember that because he's just all like, Roland would be like, no, don't do it, no, leave me alone. It was.
You're asking him to remember a lot of things tonight.
I know, this is rude.
Time out. He's asking me.
That's true.
I'm not.
Maybe
It's
always
not
comes
like
out
I'm
with
like.
these fucking wild questions where it's just like, if I know where the sun is, can you tell me the temperature of the dirt?
Yeah.
My guy.
Listen.
Yeah.
That's how
No,
that's how my brain works. All right.
And to be fair, bro, I love it. This is not a criticism of you at all.
I don't know, it's garbage flint.
But you're pointing the finger at the wrong guy.
Let's see.
Yeah.
All fingers must be pointed at Roland at all times.
I'm just saying, if you do a finger of death, you got 4 more pointing back at you.
What?
He's saying when you it's the whole when you point a finger, 4 pointing back at you.
Yeah.
Except, but your thumb isn't a finger. It doesn't count as a finger.
Okay.
It's a flange. You get out of here.
No,
Also, there's
flange.
no
You
way
say
you
you're.
can point it back at yourself if you're pointing one of them forward, unless you got some
You
mute ass.
you got to do some weird twittering there, yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
even
your
back
thumb-
at you.
yeah.
Oh, that fucking hurts. Okay.
Stop it! Stop hurting yourselves.
Stupid shit right now.
He
This is not worth
all
our
right.
time.
Let me roll this back. Right. He gave you power,
lesson was he trying
and
to
then
do?
what did he say? What was the immediate aftermath, and why?
I don't know. I broke it out because I put it away because I didn't want to do it. Something about it.
Mark, how you going to inspire?
Can I roll?
me?
Can I just roll? Can I please just roll?
Roll me a history check. Fine, you roll me a history check.
Oh, God.
I will
Yeah,
admit
I
that
just
Roland
wanna
at this
roll.
point is smarter than you, so we'll go with.
Oh my God.
All right. So he told you specifically that all sources of power have a cost. He gave you the power that you had, but it cost the lives of all those mages at the academy. There's a contingency plan on there, right? What is going to be the cost of removing that spear?
Oh. He's gonna keep that to himself for now. He's gonna use that as ammunition should a certain individual decide to go retrieve the spear again.
Okay. Those of you with the great perception checks, which was Ravaya, Zolan, and I believe that was Euphemi. Okay.
Everyone but
Yeah.
Quinn, yeah.
Everyone but Quinn. I mean, it didn't need like a crazy high, but you do see an individual coming up the stairs towards you. He's got these kind of long flowing robes and for what looks like a stylized fez. Like there's like a little bit of a kind of like a crown, like a flat disc on top of the fez. But he is confidently but steadily walking up towards you.
He's a graduate of some school or something?
Does he have a sonic screwdriver?
Does he have a sonic screwdriver?
Does he look like a bitch?
Doctor.
Ravaya is
Yeah.
going to noticeably slow the fuck down, and then to the boys be like, Euphemi, get up there. Anytime anyone's going to try to interact with her, Ravaya's going to be like, that's nice. Have you met my friend?
Roland's gonna like start to release her hands like you're being beckoned.
Euphemie's like, oh great, you're done yelling at me for no reason. Oh, thank you. Well met, sir. Actually, we've studied New Guistenal. Do they have a customary greeting that they do?
Not as far as you
wants to
know.
walk up and just be like, hello.
My name is Pedro. I've come a long way to greet you. Yes.
Maya, the typical greeting is going in the Discord. Just for you, girl.
He kind of gives you a nod and evening, ma'am. I was unaware that we were having guests come through the diplomat's entrance.
Hmm?
Are you here to see Lord Absalom?
No, actually. We're here on other business, I'm afraid.
I see. I am a High Templar of Dragoth. Hallowed be thy name.
Bruh.
Can I escort you to your business?
Hey, when's the last save? Can we reload that one?
Oh my god.
Did he say his name or no?
He just said that he was a High Templar.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Sword of Truth. Okay.
Quick question. Well, I imagine he's already pegged her as foreign, right? But I'm sure anybody that lives on this planet knows who the hell Dragoth is.
You can give me a precision performance. I just got
What
that
are
wrong.
you doing?
I had to hold back to like.
Oh no. Oh god.
He said both names. He did the whole Bollywood safe rules, and she's like, it's just that like he's trying to.
Can you ask me that question again? I lost it. Sandy has a very animated face.
You said you were here on business, and I was asking if I could escort you on said business.
If you don't mind my asking, what is the reason for all of this attention we've gathered from your prestigious self?
Most people don't know of this entrance, let alone use it without forewarning.
She is thinking about the Archfey like, damn you, Kakarats!
We do, however, accept most foreigners here, and I wanted to make sure you didn't get lost. He kind of hangs that word like a little longer than you probably should.
I really do appreciate your concern. As you can tell already, we are foreigners and we weren't aware. I do apologize for our trespass. If you would prefer us to circle back and come to a different entrance, we can do that for you.
That would be unnecessary and time-consuming.
What is she reading from this guy? Is his hand near the hill of his blade? Like, what's going on here? Like,
what's interesting about him is he has no weapons at all on him, as far as you can tell. But you can give me a perception check if you'd like.
Is he thinking about us like Frank Ocean? Psionics.
God, get the fuck up, though. Revia's gonna
I love you too, baby.
through the spores, speak to Euphemie on your best behavior. He's not what he seems.
Wait, say that again?
On your best behavior, he's not what he seems.
Yeah, Euphemie she was there.
So, your perception check. I'm sorry, insight. Give me insight. I apologize. And perception for Quinn.
Well, that
So you're getting a.
Oh, do I need to add the Quinn?
With perception on him again, the robes are long and flowing. You see like stylized, like iconography of what looks like dragons. A city, like kind of like an outline of a city, like the skyline, if you will. Elements of kind of geometric shapes, things like that. Very kind of elegant and well blended in. As far as you could tell, his robes appear to be silk, or of some kind of silken make. He's got kind of like a Middle Eastern complexion. His hair is kind of graying at the sides. It's very patient, but he's looking at, and for Maya, Euphemia, I'm sorry, Brian's not actually in the city, thankfully. That's very dangerous for Brian. I'd be very worried about it. But they would. This is clearly like a high-level law enforcement situation, where it's like, my words are very carefully chosen. I'm testing to see. This is a test. Like everything I'm asking you, all the looks I'm giving you, he's acting. He has the affable kind of demeanor of like a diplomat in a way, but everything is an absolute test. He is testing the shit out of you. He's prodding. He's poking. He's trying to find a weak point.
She's pretty much gonna sort of play on the whole, saying they came through the diplomat's quarter that they are obviously foreigners, and just be like, well, if you insist, where do you recommend that visitors to Guistenal stop first?
Well, typically most foreigners come here on business, so going to the business quarter would be the first step. If you're here for religious purposes, you can go to the temple that we have. And if you're here for any specific reason, then you would have to tell me where you're going.
Interesting. Well, the journey here was quite interesting. So, do you have any inns, taverns, places we can relax, scrape the sand off our boots?
There is a couple of inns of a sort, closer to, I guess, what you would call a hostel, but it's a little more accommodating than the word describes.
Hostels are in horror movies. I think there's a whole series on those. So what are you doing? Is this going to be like some German horror film? Please stop.
Hold on. No.
Yes.
Real quick, with the line of questioning, is Rolla, like, the way he's saying things, does that, like, pick up in any of the diaries Dragoth gave us? Like, is it like a call and response type thing? Like, is there anything that he's picking up off of that?
Okay, so you're asking to see if there's anything that you can, like... anything that rings a bell?
Yeah,
So,
like, oh, hey, I reckon that they usually wrote this after that, or, like, you know...
Gotcha. Not specific. Like it doesn't look like he's asking, like looking for a specific, because he knows you're foreign. So it's really more of like I'm trying to find what your intentions are. Like where are you trying to go in the city? Who are you trying to see? But he's not being overtly pushy about it. The other thing that would be of interest to Roland perhaps would be the temple, because you do have kind of a side quest that you picked up to go see.
Is this when he says temple though? Is he talking like fucking Lord Absalom's temple, or is he talking the elemental temples?
He just said temple. He's being very intentionally vague.
Euphemia super wants to over the sports tell Revia to make Quinn hide his hand, but she's worried that given all the psionics around here, it might be
I mean, he'd be hiding his hand, but for a very different reason.
That's great. I'm glad you're doing it. That's fantastic. But yes, right now she's just trying to like pass them off as like weary travelers and be like, I'm sorry, after we gather our bearings and get some rest, is there a place we can meet with you and discuss this further?
Well, I would just escort you to where you need to be, and then should you need any of the services of the Templar, we're usually not hard to find.
How are we on bringing Weehawk in to just isolate a bit of alien in them? Like, oh fuck, dude! Why, Nenners? Why?
You're the face of the party. I don't. This is what happens.
Pressure, so much pressure.
Oh,
Where? I'm sorry. Where did you guys say you were from again?
God, what the hell is our courier story? I remember this at one point.
We got told to say what? Where did we say that we were told to say that we could say what we were from
I
saying?
remember we were interacting.
Where are you guys from? Hold on. Let me.
Hold on, we said that we could possibly be from.
There was a name for that place.
oh my god!
I'm giving you guys a
no.
pause because again, your characters are
no.
obviously more immersed than you are, but it don't take too long.
Okay, hold on.
This is like 2 hours over the span of like 9 months for us. Get out of here.
I know. This is...
Let's now I remember that as we were figuring, there was a point at which we talked about our enemies and stuff, but we gave them jelly names, and then we were from a place.
There's those 3 sessions where you guys spot this big jelly guy.
Like you were trying to climb up the way, you just slid all the way back.
I'm not wrong though. We were from a place.
Oh no.
I mean, that's the cover story.
Oh, the free city of tea.
Tier.
The what? The free city of what?
Tier.
Tier.
He did it. Good job.
Your turn?
Apparently,
yeah.
I didn't finish writing tier. I just wrote the free city of tea.
Oh my god, yeah. I literally like have bolded and circled on this page. Say we're from the free city of Tyr.
The best part is like this is the day that I was drunk and you can see how sloppy my handwriting. I don't even know what it says.
Oh boy! Yeah.
Larissa says she is trying to pass us off as like travelers who have been through a lot, because technically we have been through a whole fucking ridiculous a lot.
Okay.
It's gonna be like, yeah, we're from the free city of Tyr.
Oh, that's where the elementals are too.
And there's a little bit of like haughty kind of. Oh.
So you're from Oxford, I see. Okay.
I see. Tell me, how does House Aegis fare in your free city?
Can she try to insight check him and see how she can answer that question without?
We going for some flaming things on this one. Let's go.
You can give me an insight at disadvantage because you don't know the answer.
Yeah, she's trying to like read him and be like,
Okay,
"Oh, let's sit back at his kills."
All right, so this isn't me being a dumbass at DMD still. Can I do it as well, or just the person that's
Yeah,
doing
sure. If you guys want to do some social engineering at this time, absolutely.
We got our help from who told us about the city of Tyr again? Was it our
Yo! Look at that! Fuck, get it!
Look at that amazing roll.
No!
Okay.
The Fae dude told us to.
It's definitely a penetrative question. However, it is not a trick one. So you can kind of infer like his body language and posturing is kind of it almost like he's asking for like a drastic answer or like trying to get one out of you, but the answer might be simpler than the question appears.
So
yes.
For an update.
I feel like this is gonna be all of those like terrible teen movies where they're like, oh yes, good and bad in the same way. You understand?
Oh yes, the House of Sub. Yes, we know it very well. We definitely do. We're not. Yes,
No, yeah, this is one of those questions where it's like, look, either they're doing real good or they're fucking dead. You know that kind of shit. So,
They've been dead for 7 centuries. What do you mean they're doing well?
Oh Jesus!
What was the house name again, Dennis?
House Aegis.
Yes.
Aegis.
I like the
You
shield.
didn't let us spell it, man. Come on. I knew that one.
You were the only one with knowledge here, Rose. I
Ooh,
think.
who's ringing a bell for Foos?
That sounds familiar.
If any of us
Without my
I think
goddamn
only
hero
Rose are better, right?
notes. Jesus Christ, Nenners. All right. You carry on. You say whatever you're going to say. But
Like, I didn't tell you to rip the doorbell off the door. This is...
Nenners.
None
Fuck
of
you
them
now,
knocked
okay?
at the door. I fucking knocked.
Does-
Okay.
Does the House of Fae just ring any bells from Rollum's readings and stuff like that?
For Tyr?
The answer could be no. It can
I don't
very
think
easily
so.
be.
I'm
that.
trying to give you an excuse, but I'm not finding one.
The answer can be no, but it should.
No.
The answer
Yeah,
should
no,
be-
I don't think so.
Okay, rethink what you just said, Ditters, and turn that no upside down, make it a yes.
No, I want to be clear that regardless of how you answer this, it's going to be deception. So you don't, there's,
That's a good point. It doesn't matter what you
yeah,
say.
like, yeah. Well, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to let you figure it out. But yeah.
Just,
I mean, of course it's deception. We don't fucking know.
I mean, the answer we give raises or lowers the
We're
DC.
lying.
I need you to be merciful.
But they all got in that hot air balloon. We haven't seen them since.
I need you to be merciful, Ditters. Please, you gotta be nice.
Give me an answer that makes sense, girl, and I'll help you out.
Remember how far we go back?
I love you,
Roll
girl.
up, seeing her struggle, he'll try and spore to her specifically and be like, be vague.
What? I
Simple.
didn't hear you.
He'll say,
Did you send it only to her?
yeah.
Okay.
He'll say simple and vague. You got this.
Okay, Flandy. I love you, but I can't hear you when you whisper.
He said, be simple and vague. You got this.
That was real intimate.
Okay. That was almost close to ASMR right there.
Is there anything we know about the noble houses thus far that can give us a clue as to how they generally do?
All right.
The general like power.
Euphemi, I'm gonna have you just recap real quick on who you are and what you're doing. And I think you could figure out a suitable answer from there.
And if you can't, we'll roll with it.
You got this, girl. This isn't a trick question. This isn't like, what are the elements and who's Captain Planet.
That was a trick question. You just admitted it.
She's actually gonna think back to like the noble houses they interacted with in Waterdeep and just kind of mesh them together and come up with a generalist answer.
Well, you're on the right trail. Just think a little. What's up with those houses? Like,
I don't think she read about. Oh, you talking about the Waterdeep ones?
It's not even what's up. Like, there's. I don't want to give you the answer, but you can think you got this, girl.
Just let it, Maya. Just whatever you do, we support you and love you. It's okay. Go ahead. Let's go.
What you
I
say?
feel like you're saying that. Well, this she's wrong.
But when I pull this Templar,
No, you'll be fine.
My head is just gonna fly off.
You'll be fine.
There's just gonna be a stump on camera. Just like...
You got this.
All
Let's go.
I'm gonna give you guys another couple minutes, but then I'm gonna need an answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a second to parse this
I'm
out.
kind of tempted to go like, they could be doing better.
Also, yeah, does this mean that we've been having like the most long silent pause in history?
No. This is you trying to recollect.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do have 2 minutes. So.
Did he ask us this 4 minutes ago, and we're all just like,
Hey, did you see that waterfall?
yeah.
It's
It's like, yo, that bitch out there is real loud. Could you do something about her? Like,
Also, she hurt. My friend got too close.
yeah. He was just trying to fix her hair, some of it fell in her face, and he was just trying to, get it out so she could look real nice and, ready to greet people. And she's zapped him.
I want to give the spear with royal obsidian.
Minute 15.
She's going to like let out kind of a not dramatic, but kind of get in their side and just be like, how much time do you have?
Okay, give me a deception check.
Like, let me tell you about this bitch. Okay.
That is
I
no.
feel like Rollum's like, that wasn't simple nor vague. That was the opposite.
Hey, Nitters.
Yes.
You know how she's got all that changeling shit going on, how she's real good at performing and shit like that. She usually gets she's in disguise. She usually gets advantage on these types of checks. Do you need me to link that ability? Because I'll do it.
I think that's the performance one.
Yeah, I think it's deception only when you're pretending to be like a different person. So this.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yep, you get advantage. Go for it.
Don't try to take this away from me, Foos. We need this.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You need to live.
Maya's
she's rolling
praying
that.
to the heavens.
All right.
You got this, girl. Come on, let's go.
Look at the music.
How about
check.
that?
That's a really
I
cool
don't-
video. I like this one. This one makes
Hey,
sense.
we still got that
Not the
inspiration, right?
weird thing.
Okay.
Well, we still got.
Help! She's just like, help! Well, let's see. Hold on.
No, that is too high for Roll to use that inspiration, girl. I love you.
Let's see.
No,
You see,
no.
he
I'm
kind
trying
of.
to find survive.
I imagine it's perhaps I don't have the time. Tyr is a turbulent city after all. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll run into each other again and you can tell me the whole story.
She's
Again.
gonna insight check that and be like, "Is he about to jump us?" Like,
Yeah, give me an insight.
are we just gonna
Oh, I
like
thought that was
go
a
down the
yeah,
wrong
he's about to
street
jump.
and then they're just gonna be like Riverside, mother. All right, so you wanted me to roll inside?
Yes, please.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, God. I'm not roll like that for the deception.
He can. There's a little bit of like, okay, that was like a slight dissemble moment, but he's not gonna like beat you up over it. Also, he doesn't like. There's an element of like superiority there, and it might be playing into his actions. Like, oh, maybe they're not high enough to know about House Ages. So kind of thing. Like, I don't know how dirt poor these commoners are, but
to be fair, Euphemie's disguise does have her look a bit worn.
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's part of what's playing into it. But he could tell, like, all right, you're shunting it off, but I'm not sure if it's due to ignorance and shame, the fact that you're so lowborn, or you appear being nefarious. But he doesn't look like he's decided on either way. So anyway,
I would have loved if that was how he approaches. Just walk up, y'all out here being nefarious.
I smell nefarious and a little bit of bitch. Is that you?
Mm.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I believe this is the third time I'm asking. Where are you going in the city again? And allow me to take you there.
I'm gonna take you for a ride.
Low performance.
This is a lot of pressure, so my brain cells are dying.
We're going to see the Smith lady.
Oh, I don't think we're supposed to say that.
I mean, we can absolutely go see her. It's not. We're not saying why we're seeing her. We're just, oh, it's up to you. That's
well, I'm pretty sure our original cover of the story is that, and she's going to say this. Oh, we're here to trade wares.
Oh. He looks at your crew.
Awkward smile from Roland.
Oh no, please no.
All right. I assume this is jewels or some kind of small items.
Bearing in mind how poor she's.
When he says that, Quinn's gonna reach up and just pluck a flower out of his crown and go, "I have flowers."
Oh no! Oh no!
Why is that adorable?
Oh no!
I see.
Oh no! Oh.
So you traveled across the entire Tier Basin to trade flowers?
He's taken a few to the. We had a few encounters in the wilderness.
Is that why he wears the mask? Is that what that is?
You don't want to see what's under there.
Oh my god!
Roll me a deception check.
Hey, that's not fair. We don't know what's under there either.
We don't.
That could be true.
Oh my god! I'm sorry. Let me mute myself. I'm sorry.
God damn! Now you're killing me. Whew. Oh no! I'm gonna die laughing next to Flandy. All right.
Finally.
Okay.
Oh my god, that hurts. Oh.
Okay.
She's making it like maybe he's got some horrible disfigurement or
yeah.
Just.
I mean that's the story he's going with. That's what the fake guy recommended.
If you have the ceramic on you, we can take you to some of our flesh shapers. Fix whatever facial issue you have. I don't know if they can work on his mind, though. Looks like he's had a brain injury of some kind.
She's actually going to step over to Quinn a little bit and be like, "Do you hear that, Quinn? We can fix this whole situation."
So you're trying to go to the produce element of our city? Is that where you want to go?
She's just going to look kind of up, like she's lost some time. Like, what is even the last time we ate? I can't even remember. Yes.
All right. Off to the agricultural sector we go.
While that's happening, Revia is trying to see if anyone else is watching them. If it's one of those things where, like, we'll send that guy in to talk to him, and we're all just going to sit in behind this door with some spears. Just trying to see if anyone else is watching in any possibly hostile.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay, look.
Hey, why does it look like that alley has teeth?
Okay. So with a perfect 31, You
Whoa,
do see
whoa, that's a 33.
33. Excuse me. You do see far behind him, probably like a quarter mile down the stairs, because this goes pretty far down. There's probably like half a dozen other Templar-looking people, all kind of taking turns looking at you. There's never been a time there's been less than 3 people looking at you, but they're rotating in such a way that it looks like there's like a casual conversation, but it's absolutely orchestrated. He is not by himself in terms of support. He's far away from them, but that's you are absolutely being watched at the moment.
Okay.
Through the spores, she'll say, we have about 6 other people to shake, possibly. We definitely caught their attention.
Oh boy. So Euphemie's gonna, start to follow him and be like, homeboy, who came to party? Yo, girl, look at that. No. But she's just like, through the spores, since we are communicating via spores now, she's like, we might have to look for the nearest exit. She's also kind of like trying to like, again, keep an eye on him and his movements. Once those guys are pointed out, pretty much inside checking everybody to be like, yo, how quick are y'all gonna assault us?
They're a quarter mile away, so they are far. Like it's not a situation where you can like read any of their faces.
Well, what about the guy right in front of her? Jeez.
He has been as open and honestly intentionally non-violent this whole time.
Oh, that's great.
He comes off as inquisitive. But he's not squaring up with anybody. He's not, hands going towards weapons or anything like that.
He's about to catch me. I mean,
He's going to continue playing off Quinn being a simpleton, and just be like, "We're gonna get you some food. You're hungry, right? Yeah, your tummy's rumbling. Just gotta
Okay.
rub his tummy.
All right. Over the sports, you're gonna hear. This is incredibly demeaning, but I'll play along. And he just goes, yes. Yes. It just like follows you around.
Give me either a performance or a deception, your call.
Okay, let me check my shit here.
Can he get advantage because he gave that large man some flowers?
Men in Black, let's go.
I'll give him advantage because he's trying to sell
Men in Black. The Men in Black.
I think he's trying to say something.
You said deception or performance?
Silencio, por favor. You say 1 sec. Deception, whatever you want. But what are you saying, Roland?
While that's going on, you said there was a waterfall in the background?
Yeah, there's a waterfall that goes into like a kind of lake, if you will.
And just to verify that I'm not being a dummy, that's not common, right? That's like
exceptionally rare.
That is ultra rare.
That is
I feel like
an absolute flex at the moment.
Rollum is gonna try and assist, and he's gonna act like he's just now noticing the waterfall and be like, "Is that? You have a whole water feature?" But he's gonna say that not as like a human would. But
right.
Do we see a baby when we peer down?
Oh
He
no!
begins to look at you, and you're kind of strange looking for an elf, if you don't mind me saying. But yes, Lord Dragoth provides.
He's
Going
just
to
gonna
provide
be
an
like,
elbow
"That's
to off in a few minutes. Let me tell you."
That's amazing," and he's gonna like mentally grit his teeth and be like, "Lord Draco sounds amazing."
He is indeed. His high priest Absalom shall be making a sermon in a few hours, if you're interested, in the Temple District.
Gotta avoid Temple District.
Entrance into the clergy does guarantee citizenship if this is something you're interested in.
I'm not normally interested in architecture, but he's just gonna look at the waterfalls like, how?
Well, some secrets are best kept, if you know what I mean. Just know that it is here and is indeed real.
Yeah, keeping up the deception, she's gonna wide-eye tourist that and be like, hey, we might even get a nice drink too.
Come on, free citizens.
Oh,
The agricultural district awaits.
I have not rolled. I have not rolled yet.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
give me your.
because you're supposed to
Yeah, that's
do
true.
it
You can
too.
fuck that up.
Yeah.
Give me,
Does
here,
that,
give me
Go.
does that
Let's
give
go.
advantage or anything?
You already got advantage.
Give us some. You already has advantage. Yeah.
Okay, can I get triple? No? Okay.
No, get the hell out of here.
Okay, rolling performance.
Lovingly,
Right.
get the hell out of here.
Okay,
Was it deception before? I don't remember.
I'm not gonna roll
It's
deception.
performance
I think
or
it was his
deception,
choice.
whichever. Yeah.
I'm not gonna look. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Did good.
No, you
Oh
play the
my
idiot quite well. Well done.
Okay.
Oh no! Don't say that.
I was so ready to be like, I
mean,
can't.
I love him.
What does it
I
say
know,
about
I
my
know.
ass? What does it say about my ass though? That I play dumb characters well.
Yeah, yeah.
That you're versatile.
Okay.
So he turns around, like completely exposing his back to you, and begins to kind of steadily but calmly walk down the stairs and kind of guiding you guys as well.
Oh, before I forget.
Okay.
Sorry, before I forget. What happened to the crown after he took the flower out?
Another one just grew back into place.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
I am so happy right
No.
now. Thank you.
No.
Okay.
That means he saw that.
No.
That 100% means he saw that.
He gonna take your flower crown.
Anywho, Frolum's gonna I almost said worm. Spore to Euphemy. Ask if there's any rules we should know about. I imagine drinking from the waterfall's banned, but we should probably inquire. And it'll help sell the we don't know shit thing here.
Actually, she obviously can't pantomime it through the sport. She's gonna be like brilliant, and be like, actually, are there any rules we should know about? I imagine she's like totally stealing what he said. We can't just go and drink from the waterfall, no matter how tempting that may be. For one,
You can drink from the waterfall. I would advise that every hour on the hour the water is cleansed, and you don't need to, should not be in it, or you yourself shall be cleansed as well. So keep that in mind. But you are more than willing in certain isolated areas to bathe if need be. We have areas for drinking and for filling water skins, things of that nature. He's not turning around, by the way. He's just saying this as he's going.
Do the other 6 like walk or because we're coming down? Are they like
You're coming
standing
down.
out or anything? Or
Yeah, you can walk through the space that they're. It's not like a phalanx where you're coming out.
oh, well, I guess I'm
Yeah.
more asking like, are they walking with us when we go past them, or are they staying there by the door?
We're not quite there yet, but I'll
Oh,
let you
okay.
know.
Never mind.
Yeah, it literally took the first like 6 steps.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
You got like a 5-minute walk. But yeah, he's explaining. So again, every hour on the hour, don't be around there. Otherwise, some unpleasant things may happen to you.
what are the DM question? What are the timekeeping traditions here? Is there like a big clock somewhere, like a sundial somewhere?
Yes.
The doorbell lady screams and gongs.
There is a gong every hour to let you know when that is going to occur. And in addition, if you look up, there is a solar dish, if you will, that kind of... And if you look up, you do see like there's kind of like this... It looks like a porcelain kind of dish up ahead, and like there's a crack in the middle where it shines through, and then where the light is going kind of discerns what time it is.
She's gonna play up the sort of rube thing they have going, and just kind of like turn and walk backwards while kind of staring up at them and like, huh. I feel like I'm having the time of my life right now.
Can she roll a dex save to see if she doesn't trip? Because I feel like it's a
Why
tradition of
would-
my characters to trip and
Why
doing
would
things
you
like
do
that.
this?
Look at how betrayed Maya is right now.
Why?
I will
We're
say-
supposed to be friends.
On this part, no, just because she's not super fancy, and she is fairly dexterous, so I'll assume that she can switch back and forth going downstairs.
You know, the sad part is that would have 100% worked if I was on Celia.
So Celia, I would 100% make you roll. Because she can't.
Celia's
Down the stairs
terrible sex.
immediately.
Yeah. She's that girl in the picture. Remember, I don't know if you've seen the meme where like, even though this is a picture, you can tell that this girl is still dancing off beat.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, that's Celia. Anyway,
Do y'all see how happy this boy is?
yeah.
No.
Hello.
We just see Void, which I can't say anything because.
I love the stupid feet.
Yeah.
It's so
How
funny.
do you manage that? My cat won't let me do that.
It's all about their personality, and if you do it when they're young too, because if you get them as an adult, then they're already.
Oh yeah.
kind of
Okay, I was done. Okay.
Yeah. Anywho, he's going down the stairs. Is there anything else? Obviously, the usual: do not steal, do not murder, all that stuff, on pain of death, as I'm sure you're aware.
She's gonna turn and just be like, well, recommendations to get fair deals on our wares?
I'm not one for trading, but most people here are honest and hardworking, so approach that as you will.
Oh, that's great. Sometimes,
If there is an issue, you can seek out myself or any of my brethren. As you guys are going down, you're getting closer to the group that Ravaya was referring to, and they all have kind of similar robes. They're not as decorated as his are, but they're very distinguishable. You can easily see them in a crowd.
Euphemy's literally just doing the whole like, checking out other features. Eventually looking over at the Templars and kind of nodding in respect, and then it's clear like it's more of like I'm new here. I'm trying to like just commit everything to memory if I can, so that I don't get lost, sort of thing.
One last rule: all guests are allowed to stay here for 2 weeks without any kind of written notice or anything. But if your stay needs to be longer for business or otherwise, you would need to seek us out and get written permission to do so.
Is there a particular building that we need to go to do that, or do we just find you?
There are Templar offices in each district, a precinct unto itself, if you will. They're not hard to find either.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You get to the point where you see the additional 6 Templar agents. What were you asking, Ravaya?
Do they look like a bitch?
They're a mixture of...
You gotta say it right. Does he look?
No, it doesn't look like that. Is, you know what I mean?
It is a mixture of elven, human, and then one kind of jacked, spiky-eared, bald humanoid, which you've not really seen before, but he is a monster in terms of size. In addition, in what is leaning on a building, and that's pretty much literally what it looks like, is about a 12-foot tall giant with a really long braided ponytail that goes to the middle of his back. It's just dark hair. He kind of has like a very almost Cro-Magnon face with like a heavy brow ridge and sloped, like a big kind of overwhelming jaw, and a very large cudgel that seems to be made of just bone, resting at his side at the moment. But he's what looks like eating something. It's absolutely enormous for like a normal person. Like it's.
All right, the perk. Euphemy's gonna look directly at that dude in awe, because she has never seen that shit before. She's gonna play it up and be like, 1, there's no fucking giants on this planet. Sorry, Rolos. 2, she's gonna look at that guy and be like kind of the silent, right?
Yeah.
Like there's like 40 questions. Like 1, how are you so tall? 2, what are you eating? 3, spiky? What is going on?
Actually, since you have direct contact with this, roll me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm gonna
Let's go,
look.
girl.
I'm gonna look at it. I'll have to turn
You're
it.
gonna perceive.
I'm gonna look at it.
I'm gonna look at it. See, I'm doing real good tonight, Foozca. I keep turning.
Hey!
Muskets.
Euphemy, for some reason, your eyes linger on the hair. And you've seen that before.
Cloud?
The thickness, the strands being of a certain coarsity. Those books, those hairy books.
Oh no.
It was made from this hair. Maybe not this specific person's hair. But whatever creature this is, their hair is being used for several different types of things, apparently.
Alright, so I need to ask a very important question. Why did your voice slow down when you described that?
Because I know how much you like hairy books, so I wanted to make sure you understood.
Also, the music in the background's not helping, bro.
No, it's not. It hit like sinister right when you started talking. You're like, this is.
I mean, I think that is helping.
So we're able to identify the dusty fro hair.
Yep.
From this individual. Oh. All right, man. She's shocked, but she's gonna play it off as in like, I don't want this guy to look at me. like I'm staring. I should nope. Yeah. I wanna have that attention on me. And he eating. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't want it to be me. So it's me.
Indeed. All right. Did you have any other questions on our journey towards the agricultural section?
She's gonna kind of look towards the giant and be like, not gonna ask. It's yeah. She catches attention when she does that, just to kind of make it seem like she's got questions, but she knows one, so she's not gonna.
Roll me deception.
Rollum's also trying to do his best to not be like, what the fuck is there a giant? I thought they were all fucking. What the fuck?
I feel like Roland's trying to do some like secret giant handshake to him or something. Be like, "Yo, man, what's up? You get
Ravaya, you know what this is.
Okay.
Okay, so you pull
I'm
it
so
out.
scared for tomorrow's rolls. Oh,
Roland, unfortunately, you were busy reading like arcane books, not really like cultural or like monster type ones. Although no, you do know the you know that like giants as a whole were wiped out, but there's these weird half giants that still exist. So these are half giants, whatever that means to you. That's what that likely is.
Are they like the antithesis of furbolgs? Like not lovely and nice and kind?
They are not.
Evil and
This
bitches?
is. I mean, I wouldn't say they're evil, but violence does not seem to be a stranger to this creature.
Roland's definitely not trying to do the secret handshake.
Oh yeah.
Do we hear doom things when they come in the room?
No. But yeah, you walk past them, and as you go past the group here, they all kind of give you glances of inquisitive looks, but not enough to put you on edge, but just kind of taking you in, maybe remembering faces, that kind of situation.
I'm kind of.
But they're not following us when we walk past them?
No, you're just still being led by the High Templar at the moment.
Roland's just playing the like tourist of like, ooh, oh, magic water, ooh.
It is absolutely a city of wonders in regards to, even by Faerun standards, this is impressive, to say the least. It's also really cool down here. It's probably like 65 degrees, if that, compared to the 115 that you were probably just in. So it's nice.
Ravaya's going to do a quick test as they're walking. And through the spores, she's going to say, I have a plan. And she says that to everybody, but then she's very intently staring at this dude's back to see if there's any, like, recognition of someone said a thing.
You're trying to live, no.
Someone. Oh, you're trying to see, like, if he signaled somebody else?
Or, like, if he heard the I have a plan and is like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
If he's reference, or if he can hear it and is responding physically.
So I need an insight on the back of his head, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no doubt. I got you, man.
Thank you.
I got you. She's staring real hard.
Do we have line of sight on the other guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, now you're walking
You
past
passed
them, but
them,
you can
though.
turn around if you want.
Roland will try and play that off if he can, like as he's oohing and eyeing, like getting a glance as he's turning around.
Sure, give me a performance. Ravaya, the back of his head is ridiculous, and you're having a hard time.
The back of his
really
head
just-
is ridiculous. That is.
No, there's no kind of body language as far as you can tell.
Okay.
From
You saying his lineup is ridiculous?
his edge up is ridiculous. You pull it off, Ravaya. God damn it, roll him. You are the lost and awestruck.
Do they react to the I have a plan?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Like after she says that, she's gonna wait and then just continue. Alright, I'm actually not sure if they can.
She's like, why? Super stressed.
Look, I don't know if they can hear us over this, but at the moment it looks like no. But we also can't sit here and just be tailed by this guy this whole time. So we're gonna have to break
play it off through all this shit that Revive saying over sports. Just be like, just in case. Be like, look, man, I just came here to shop. I know you like getting into bar brawls and all that, but we're not doing that here. Okay.
I have no intention of killing them right now. The intention is to shake our tail, which is
It's a
this
terrible
guy.
word. Please stop talking like that. That's profanity. Conduct yourself like a model citizen. We are visitors. Again, she's trying to play it over the spores in case they're like hurted, but they're not acting.
Yeah. I think if he's the only one who's actually walking with us, I'm sure there are others, of course, but there's a chance we can scatter. I'm not sure how well some of you are good at pretending to be others, but some of us might be better at just hiding. So if we can split up just to divide their attention, at least for a moment, in an instant. I can have Zolan run off and me have to chase him, and then Quinn can act simple and wander off, and Roland can perhaps find a giant friend or something. If it happens all at the same time, it might be enough confusion for us to break away from him.
Yeah, but how easy will it be for us to make up with that?
Okay, so quick question. What's the range on these spores, or is there
300
like
feet.
300 feet, okay. Okay.
I was gonna look at my notes, but I was like, got it.
Okay, because it's like, okay, if we try to run off in different directions, how are we gonna get back together is the issue.
Euphemi's to just be like, okay, I see what you're thinking, but what's our track record for being split up? How does that usually go with us?
We don't usually split up.
Remember when she's like, she pauses because she doesn't bring that up. The betrayer. Oh, shoot. Remember when never mind. Oh, okay.
If we pick a landmark, we can all group up at it later. And by later, I mean likely an hour or two after the trail has gone cold a bit.
You know, there is a flaw in that idea. You say that we're not so adept at hiding ourselves, right?
I said some of us aren't.
People. What happens when we split up and you are cornered by a Templar and you can't explain yourself out of it?
As I mentioned, some of us are not good at stealthing. However, they might be better at talking their way through things or passing off as a different person. The two of you have an easier time changing your forms. All the rest of us are good at hiding.
This feels needlessly risky, but okay. You're the leader.
Idea. It does not have to do it right now. We have to find a way to get rid of him. And considering that he is not as he seems, it's not as easy as telling him to leave.
As simple as it sounds. Oh.
Just so you guys understand, those Templar guys, you're only being led by one. The other six are still okay.
Yep.
Just want to make sure that you don't have an active tail following you.
Yep.
But yeah, okay.
We have a nose.
You have a nose. Yes.
You think it's going to be like, as simple as this sounds, my plan is to bore him to tears.
I get it, because we're from Tier.
If you get caught, maybe roll him first. I'm just kidding. She's not saying that. But she'll say, you're welcome to try. Again, I'm not saying this is something we have to do right now, but maybe it's a solution if we can't find a way to get rid of him.
Okay. Until then, let us be as unremarkable as we possibly can, or at the very least, with some of us as simple as we can.
Lenny, why does it look like you found a James Bond pen with a poisonous tip and you're really trying not to kill yourself right now?
Seriously. Oh my god. Nubs just yawned like right in front of the camera. That was amazing. It was
Yeah, I
just
saw
You're like super careful.
Yep.
Because I was trying to get the ink because it's a well pen or whatever,
Okay.
and I was trying not to spill the ink, but I was also trying to get it to work or to refill. Yes.
Also, guys, I don't want you to be alarmed, but Nenu's and Flanny are whispering right now because Nenu's responded to Rollum, and because I have that character sheet, I see those answers.
Get out of here, Foos!
So, just
Mind
so you
your
know,
business.
they're doing some weird shit.
Since we pointed out people who whispered, Dennis and fucking Quinn were whispering earlier.
Stop being bloody.
So there's a plan to shake. I will say
Is that blood in that cup? You put
he
that cup
would
down.
explain that it's going to be a good about 15-minute walk to get to the district. He's asking you, are you trying to buy or sell?
Oh, we're going straight to the markets. Okay. Honestly, she looks back at the group. It's probably going to be a very whimsical affair.
I see.
As you noticed, some of us are a bit
Give me another deception check. And I want you guys to understand that you've traveled a distance that is not dissimilar to the continental United States for a whimsical romp through a marketplace.
No,
Roll
saying that some of her group
gonna...
members are whimsical in that they may, like a child in a candy store. She's specifically focusing on Quinn. Like, you go to a place and then eventually that kid is like, I want it. Can I get that? Can I please get that?
Roland will kind of add on with him being skeptical, and I imagine he could kind of put two and two together. Like, just y'all just want to trade shit, and you don't have something of worth. Like, what the fuck? He's gonna kind of like chime in. Is like, I kind of have ulterior motives.
Do you know?
Nothing sinister.
Oh no, that's the worst thing to say.
Well, I mean,
I feel like the second he was like, I have other ideas, Euphemie's blood pressure just flew through the roof.
Yep.
Lubbed up.
Yep.
He's just gonna be like, I am told you have a what was the phrasing of a cleric for your clergy of the earth or whatever?
Earth clergy, yeah. It's like earth clerics or priestess of earth or priesthood of earth or something like that.
I was told you have a good priests and clerics of earth, and I was curious to learn more. No.
So, you wish to see the Church of Stone? I can assist. It's in the Temple District.
How big is this place?
I mean, from you coming in here, it's enormous. Like,
no, he's asking that. He's like, how big is this?
I mean, at least 10 square miles, as far as you can, understand.
Is it big enough for Avaya to do her bullshit and get a whole city at once?
Oh no.
10 square miles? No, you should get half of it.
I could sit in 2 different parts of the city and get the whole thing.
No. What happened the last time you did the bullshit, huh?
I'm gonna do it anyway. You're not the boss of me, Maya.
It's gonna be her sitting and then like a cart that Zolan's pulling across the city.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
So we're all just trying to die. Why would you do bullshit again after what happened the first time?
Do you want to go to the Temple District now?
Well, that's really my personal. That's just for me. But how far is it? This place is huge.
It's gonna be about 1.5 miles from where you're ultimately going.
Oh, I wouldn't want to bother you with that.
definitely a deception check on that.
Ah,
He wouldn't. Get out of here. There's truth to it.
it's okay.
All right,
you
then
have
give
to,
me a persuasion check. If you think you're being truthful, give me a persuasion. I won't force the deception.
It's okay.
I
Your
mean, it-
persuasion checks are like
I mean,
29.
that's still deception.
It's deception with some truth. It's furball.
Yeah, but
truth.
it's mostly to be like, I'm not trying to bother you, so I can run off and do whatever the fuck I want. Not to like,
Yeah, exactly. You seem
but
pretty
it's
busy.
mostly you're not being truthful about it. Your mama
being
will think
super
you're lying
truthful.
real hard
Get
right
out
now.
Roloff has clearly broken the I can't lie before whatever the fuck magic that's going on.
I know.
He's going to kind of, give you the over the shoulder. All right. A man and his convictions are between him and his god.
Doesn't. Ooh. Glad he remembered something. Would they normally call them gods?
No.
Not typically, no.
So would he find it like would it be commonplace to be like elementals, like correct and be like elementals?
Yes. I guess from a very technical point of view, they're not gods, but I did not wish to insult your
Oh,
faith.
I know gods are not. Well, they're not here anymore, except for you mentioned.
Well, not yet.
He's gonna pry. Not yet. Is there?
Maybe you should attend one of Absalom's sermons.
It's so true. Ominous.
What's the insight check about? Absalom's gonna be spewing some shit about fucking Dragots and fucking taking over our bullshit ass.
Lord of
you know
Silt, Master of Dragons.
I'm gonna
Master
revoke
of
that one.
Dishes and-
Only for the reason that I realized that Euphemia wasn't present at the dinner where he got in touch with Absalom the first time. But if it was after, she would definitely be like, "You doing this shit again? You courting that sand? What we tell you about that silk?"
Our Lord has plans for this world, is in short what I was
Oh.
referring to.
Maybe I should.
You've got a
What's
couple
it like?
hours.
It seems to be like an interesting time to be in Guistenal.
It is indeed.
Oh,
What is the term? We are in ascendancy.
Farmers. Bum, bada, bum, 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 bum.
The world shall change, and we shall herald such a change. It's good that you're here.
is that just like a thing that a lot of people say on this planet? Because it seems like it.
You see the wonders before you, do you not?
Did you say
No,
planet?
that was not an in-character question.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
was gonna say, did you just say planet? Oh,
That was not an in-character question.
No. I would say there's a healthy amount of nihilism on Athos, just based on how brutal this world is and how often people don't make it. So,
Roll just kind of feed into it and be like, "That's a bold claim. I think we have to hear what that's about."
Yeah, Euphemia's gonna
And he's
tilt.
kind of like
Just
posing that to the group.
look like she's trying, but struggling because it's at this to even try to picture something like that, you know? What does that even mean, you know? Life is
Well,
what it is.
I'll get you to your agricultural district, and I'll give you just directions to both where Absalom will be giving a sermon and to your Church of Stone.
It's best not to travel alone. And nobody knows Stone more than my friend. And she'll kind of pat on Zolan for a little bit. I'll go with you.
I think we should maybe listen in on this. And she's got the look of just like, You know, like the typical nihilistic person being like, probably piece of shit, like you're probably full of shit. But what if they're not though?
With Revi's offer, Rolb's gonna through the spores be like, oh, I didn't intend on going alone, but I just wanted to give an excuse to break away from this guy.
I know. I'm giving myself an excuse to leave.
Okay.
That sounds fucking through her teeth through the spores.
Yeah, exactly.
He turns to Revia. You may enter, but I believe your friend, beast of burden, I don't know what that is, will not likely be allowed into the sermon.
That's fine.
It is for the faithful only, or those seeking to
That's also fine.
be enlightened.
Do you wanna learn about him too?
I do want to learn about him.
So then you can be faithful.
Give me a deception check.
No, that was no.
This is your fault, Wendy. That was awesome. I love it. Let's go.
Oh my god, there's
No!
holy shit, what a roll.
Amazing.
Okay.
That's great.
That's
I feel
incredible.
like Roland was finally like happy to get a little. Then you're like real. Like as soon as she said that, he's looking at he's like shit. Ooh, did he check? Ooh, he's like checking to see if he's checking.
She's real bad at acting. You cannot throw that ball in her direction.
Roland wasn't ready for it. He's now trying to keep from reeling. He's just like, oh my god, I fucked up. Oh, he's really gonna kill me.
As soon as that happens, you feel me? Kind of through the spores just settled into, we're gonna die.
So Roland's
All
checking out at this dude to see if he believes her.
Give me an insight check on the back of his head.
Oh, is he still not facing us?
No, he's walking you through the city.
The back of your head is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yo,
It
why
is
do we
quite
suck at
ridiculous.
rolling inside of the back of his head? If we're looking at him, we're rolling like 18s or higher. The second he turns around, we're like, "Brr."
He has an amazing episode, you know? It's just-
So it's tough to read, but he doesn't seem like his body language has changed as far as you can tell. I will say as you guys are walking through the city, and almost all the structures are either stone or some element of stone. That it's a very solid city, and those of you who are martially adept are seeing very clear lines where like people can be fired upon from certain angles. As hard and structured as this is, it is absolutely defensively minded in terms of how it's been built.
Oh shit.
Like there are very easy ways to cut off bridges, cut off sections. Like it looks like if they're ready to be invaded again.
Yeah, that's right.
This isn't the Babylonian kind of like garden, beautiful city. It has been hardened by their experience.
Did anything come in my whisper?
No. Again, those guys are behind you at this point.
Well, I'm
quite a
Guys,
bit.
Frank is whispering.
New.
What are you plotting, man?
Oh, yeah. No one's all right. So, and just to be clear, there's only been a couple of times the spores have been breached, and one was by a godlike creature, and then the other one was by an insanely powerful psionic who threw your ranger 100 feet, and probably would have been more, but there was a wall that stopped her on what was seemingly a whim. So it's not something that is easily broken. It's at a power level that is absurd.
She's been cautious.
I got you. I feel you. I just want to make sure like you guys understand that. Yeah, there's a lot of psionics here, but there's a level of power that they have to be at to even detect that. Anywho, you guys are, I would say, probably about 3/4 there, and he kind of turns and, well, those of you who are seeking enlightenment will need to take this road down this way through the main bazaar. Going to make a right. You'll see the temple before you need to make the turn. Just go towards it at that point.
And
all right.
I'm sorry?
And a place to stay?
Depends on where you want to stay and how deep your pockets are.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Well,
Your friend, if he's truly a servant of the stone, can stay freely at the temple church. Those of you who are more commercially
That's good
or
because my pockets are rather empty at the moment.
which hand are you putting in your pocket?
Huh?
So which
What's
because you look like you were pantomiming the pocket. I was like, which hand are you putting in? Because one of them is going to come up for the water.
Then there's
Oh,
like this
no.
like
Wet
ass
hand.
question, like
What's up?
You know what? No, he's not gonna remember that shit.
No, yeah, I feel like you're way too.
What?
Just
What was
roll me a
left?
D2.
2 is right.
oh,
I feel like if he feels it though, he's gonna leave his hand in there and be like, "Yep, it's very empty." Also, he's not
Like, that's
facing
the
us. Get out of here, Ninnis. Is my hand wet?
Oh my god! You just leave your hand.
Yep. Super fucking empty. That other thing is definitely not water.
Yo,
Nope, no water in here.
oh my god! Is there any water that's like being absorbed into his like sleeve that's like traveling up?
That's the
no
beauty.
foos. God damn
This is
it.
the beauty of the Fey magic is it's contained just there. So like there is no evidence outside of the fact that his hand is soaking right now.
Oh my
Oh my god, I fucking love you. Alright. So he gives you guys direction and kind of like leave to go in that direction if you want, and he's gonna continue guiding Euphemi and Quinn to your agricultural destination. That all being said, it is midnight. Do you want to keep going or do you want to break
Listen,
here?
we only made it a mile into the city. This one whole
Look,
ass session.
There was a suicide attempt. There was people trying to commune with other things. I mean, it took a while, all right?
Assisted suicide.
If you think we're gonna be out of the city any earlier than August, you're crazy.
I feel like by the
The
time
year
we
is
get to this place,
2025.
Timmy's just gonna ask this guy, I'm sorry, where can I find a therapist?
Therapists. Oh,
My companions are weird. I need to.
yes. Well, we have plenty of mind healers here. They can
No, a good
assist.
distance in the desert will do that to you.
I love that I was joking and you took that completely in character.
I did. Roll them. Roll me one last perception check, sir.
Oh,
Oh, de Jesus.
which
Ba,
soggy
ba, ba.
pockets. Let's go.
Ninnis,
Yes, sir.
Mark Song says you has a nice scarf.
Oh, thank you. This is a gift from my sea star.
Mm.
She gives me nice things sometimes. It's
I
great.
do.
All the time. She's a wonderful person. I don't say it that often because I don't want it to go to her head, but she's good. Um,
It's an interesting relationship. She'll neck shock him and then give him a scarf to keep his neck afterwards.
so I can hide the bruises, you know.
Oh,
That's a 26. Okay, so
let's go.
roll them at the top, right where that sundial was, below it. You see a structure that's not dissimilar to what you had seen recently above the city of Warlocks.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, yeah.
Are there any stupid diamond D8s floating around? Are they just sitting in the city ready to absorb the bad guys?
With the 26, I will say you do catch the top half of one, which looks like it's past. It's kind of in that temple district. So
Can
it's
he?
like-
Can he flash back to when he was being shown the city of Warlocks and all the shit that was going on? Does he remember seeing any D8s now that he knows to look for them?
Flashback. Like it's a fucking switch he can flick in his brain.
Yep. Just
Listen, hold on. It is a switch he can flip in his brain because he has.
no,
hold on. Is it this one? Yeah, check it out. Bam. Take
Does
that.
he get right
Galore. That's Gouda.
this general. That's good cheese. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. You do remember seeing at least 3 in the city of Warlocks as well, and the structure that's in the air there is, if is lined up with the crack in the sky, and since you got such a stupid high roll, you can see it also lines up with one of the moons. Like if you follow that eye line up.
Just imagine Rolos with the crazy like cinematic zoom in, where it like zooms into the character's face and then does the wide pan drone shot of the city.
Yep.
Does it do the thing where it zooms in too much and it zooms out and focuses a couple
Yeah, it's out of focus and focus and focus.
Oh no.
He's gonna like once this dude's gone, he's gonna talk to Andy discreetly and have a freak out with Andy.
Have a freak out with Andy. Let's go.
DD.
But
scale up.
yeah, other than that, he's not really doing anything else right now except of like trying to maintain his composure.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe when we split, that's probably a good place to stop. Otherwise, we might. I don't know. Is it weird for none of
No, it's cool. Yeah, you can. At this point, you are splitting, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's just looking at that. Okay.
We don't.
We
I
can
think
keep
we're
going.
kind of like we don't have to split if yeah we can. I wouldn't mind seeing the way, but I don't know what I want to do. There's so many things. I feel like there's a lot to do here.
Somehow feel like 2 weeks isn't going to be enough to see everything. No,
It
that's
is not.
indeed.
It is not.
It is not. I know a good grocery stand that you might be able to purchase some food for your simple friend.
You hear that, buddy? Tap, tap, tap.
Poor Quinn. Gee.
Maya's getting payback on the wrong person for the you're my assistant, you're my magical
For real.
assistant. Help me out.
Not
You're
at
the
all. He set
crowd.
this one up. She is just trying to keep this man alive because he seems to be on a roll, trying to not.
All right. Well, follow me, and we'll get that going. Best of luck to you and your trip to the Templar Quarter.
Thank you. Oh boy.
And I'll say, yeah, you guys
Come
at this
back,
point.
Oh my god, he's so cute. Look at him touching him, cute.
He's very
I saw 2 stars, and then I saw darkness.
Yeah, he had eyes
Cool.
for like half a second and then they disappeared.
You remind me of like the cats in like a dark forest in a Disney movie. Like you're walking, and then it's like see the eyes.
Yeah. There was a black cat gift that cracked me up that felt very relatable where like this lady kept like turning the light switch on and off again, and in the doorway she just saw like the eyes in the darkness, and every time she turned it back on the cat was in like a different fucking pose, but the eyes were and I was like, yes, accurate. You never know what's happening. You can see the eyes, but everything else is a mystery.
Who knows what else is going on in there?
Yep.
That's awesome. All right, well, we'll pick up back here in the city, unless you guys want to have anything immediately you want to talk about or get to. And some people are going to be buying some food, and you guys will probably be wandering into places you shouldn't be. I'm excited to see it.
Also, from meta perspective, I
Yes.
know we were trying to do this as quickly as possible, even though like there is some time dilation for being here. It's not like it's
Correct.
not a 1-to-1, and I do remember that. But there was the intention of like going as quickly as possible, and like there was something that we were trying to time with the outside because they were gonna like launch an attack while we were kind of like possibly pulling attention here while Dragoth was like distracted and stuff. Did we have a definite timeline for that? Because I don't remember. I know we talked about it many times, but I
Yes.
cannot recall if there was like at 3 hours we got to do this or however. whatever.
The attack, the disrupting attack, I believe was going to be 4 hours in.
That sounds
should line up
very
with the time.
familiar. Yeah.
I will say that you guys are ahead of schedule because of your deal with the Archfey.
Okay.
Because he cut out all that travel time.
I was about to say, we're 3 sessions. What do you mean we're ahead of schedule?
Yeah, no, I mean you did have to walk across like
I know,
200 miles of desert,
Yep.
and all the fun that happened comes with. So, you definitely did shave off some time there. But yeah, you have that. You're still looking for the blacksmith to get some weapons.
Yep.
I have some really cool art for the freaking weapons too.
I love that I can tell if Nubs is looking at us.
He is.
Sleep.
It's just,
He is asleep, but he's.
there is just complete shadow.
Yeah, he goes,
Yeah.
You must.
I feel
You
like
gotta-
sometimes
you gotta-
he falls asleep with his head up and he forgets, and then when you touch his head, he's like, "Oh yeah," and then he like puts his head down.
Good looking out.
Yeah, no, thank you. I
There he
appreciate you telling me that I should put my head down. But yeah, I guess we'll be wrapping up then, huh?
Yeah, I think so. We'll pick up next Friday, and then we'll split the party and see what happens.
Yeah, everything will be fine. Nunners.
This was very awesome. Also, Ninners, I need to make a request. Can you put a death narrowly avoided counter on the screen?
Oh my god.
Real.
No, or better yet, days since last almost death.
So, just to,
That would
I don't
give us-
know how many hit points you have, but if you dipped below 100 and actually pulled on that spear, insta death, pretty
He
much.
was close. He was very
Yeah.
close. I know that like 60 something knocked him pretty low. Not
Yeah.
low, but like close to 100.
And within kill range. Yeah.
Woo! Okay, so
Yep.
with that lovely bombshell,
And let's say you actually pulled it out.
Hostile.
Yeah. Well, that depends. There'd be a conversation or two. But the tone might shift a little bit.
I read that wrong and thought it said top tadpoles.
we're gonna go read top tadpoles.
Are you giving me your votes for the inspiration fight? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
He did that last
Okay.
time too, and I got it for some weird reason. I don't know
we
how.
deserve it.
We deserve
Maya was killing it today. Fucking
She was.
Kill
You
it.
have no idea what her blood pressure is right now.
oh my gosh, through the
We
roof,
deserve
most
it.
likely.
You guys are great. Thank you. I love you.
Yeah,
You know,
We'll
we'll accept,
stop in
we'll
front of
accept
the ghost and be like,
D6s,
I can't no more.
D8s. We'll even accept a D100. You know, whatever you're willing to give. Like we accept any and all inspirations.
Anyway, I have us set up to go raid tabletop rolls. They just kind of have a cool overlay, and I kind of like it. It's very neat and organized. We're gonna go say hi to them. And Nanners, this was dope. Thank you once again for an awesome session. We're gonna head out.
I love it, man. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Good night, Mark.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.
Good night,
Mark.
As well as anybody else who's still watching.
Mark, you
And we
go.
somehow missed it, but Amplify played, followed, and thanks for the follow.